Stop touching your thing. Stop it. Stop. Just put your finger away. You've made Guthorn fall over now. Mum.
Oh, so fair.
Get your Rubik's Cube back out.
Are we alive yet?
We've been alive for ages.
Oh, you rotter.
Yeah. Just get your Rubik's Cube back out. Stop fettling. Yes. Hey everyone, welcome. Colin's a terror. You are a terror, aren't you?
I was doing all right until,
He was sat there, because Colin likes to fettle before we go live, and he was sat there, he had the Leman Russ tank over on the side of the bench, and he was sitting on his hands, and he was very good. As soon as he put his hands on the bench, he had it in his hands, fiddling with it. The tank, I mean.
Yeah, the Leman Russ, just thought we'd clarify that.
So as soon as he did that, I'm just going to, hang on, let me just sort my streaming software out.
Oh dear, what? Am I...
No, I just forgot to put it in performance mode.
He had one job, folks. One job.
One job. Welcome, one and all. It is, what is it called? It is what time it is? It is
Warhammer Sunday time.
Yeah, it's Warhammer Sunday time. That time of the week when Col and I sit down and do some buildy, painty of the Warhammers, as we all want to do. Oh God, my words are going wrong today. Now, if you remember, this is a very special chunk of Warhammer Sundays because at the moment we're both building the same Leman Russ. I can't do that, it makes my microphone boom. We're both building the same Leman Russ because when we finished, I'll be teaching Colin how I paint things.
I know.
But he'll be painting it the way I paint it, and just so he can learn those techniques. So this is
brilliant.
The funny thing is, right? That's about as tall as when you put the turret on it. Theoretically, it's about as tall as your house.
I just think they're an intriguing little vehicle. I really do.
Well, that's the thing. They say little, but like literally, they would be as tall as your house.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
That's your bedroom window there. Up at the
yeah. I mean, when you see the size of the dude that sits in there, it's like happy days. But
they are the teeny tiny Imperial tanks, but they're actually massive.
Absolutely. So there's a bit of fettling to do with it.
Yes. He's got.
Not yet.
Have you got a tube?
Yeah.
Have you got a tube? Tube. I wish I had a tube.
Yeah, it's a tube of,
tubes.
Odds and sods and bits and bobs and
Actually, I do have a tube of tubes and rods as well. I also have a cardboard tube.
Yeah.
Anyway, welcome to Warhammer Sunday. Welcome one and all. Before we get going, let's get all the usual stuff out of the way. Big shout outs to my supporters. First of all, my sponsor, emodels.co.uk, your one-stop shop for all your model making needs. Link in the description below the video. Go and get yourself some good tabletop or standard model goodness. Always at good discounts. Go and check them out. And of course to my patrons and channel members who pay my wages, put food on my table and keep this channel alive. If you want to help support the channel like they do, because they're cool, you can go to patreon.com/modelmakingguru. The address is on the bottom of the screen there. Or you can go to, you can press the join button underneath any of my videos to become a channel member. Either way, you support the channel, you keep it alive, and you get access to loads of free cool stuff, including the live 24/7 offline Zoom Hangout and associated Facebook chat group. That's far too many words. And don't forget, of course, you can do the same for Colin. You can support him at patreon.com/Festa67's workshop, or you can press join underneath any of his content to do the same.
All support is gratefully appreciated.
Exactly. And don't forget, if you are watching this, we do have the chat in front of us. Please do come and join in the live chat. If you're watching this embedded in Facebook or Twitter, click on the YouTube icon on the bottom right of the screen. That'll take you to YouTube where you can carry on watching and you can join the live chat because we can interact with you and you can mock us mercilessly in the chat because that's your job as chat people.
Absolutely.
To mock us and make us feel insecure. That's what you need to do. And ask us questions and stuff.
Absolutely, because we know anything about nothing and nothing about anything.
And we do everything professionally, not professionally.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, we take ineptitude to like the professional level. And, And don't forget, of course, if you want to catch our attention, you can highlight our names by doing @ModelMakingGuru or @Festa67's Workshop at the start of your comment, so it puts our name in an orange box. Or if you really want to help us out and support the channel, you can also do a super chat by pressing the dollar symbol at the bottom of the chat window. Puts your comment in a coloured box, makes an animation. I get happy, pays for a coffee for me, and it's really awesome. So thank you for that,
Absolutely.
Colin. Shut up, Fox. How are you, Colin?
I'm fine and dandy, mate. suitably chilled on this wonderful Jubilee afternoon, folks.
It's wet and miserable.
Yeah, in other words, it's peeing with rain outside, and yeah.
Willkommen auf dem British Sommergefahrten. Ja, das ist richtig.
No, I'm fine and dandy, oh mate. I'm going to be doing me paint order for this bad boy later on.
Ooh.
So that's all ready and
I think
willing.
we've got everything we need now on that list, I think.
Yeah, so there was only a few of them that I didn't have out of all of that lot you sent me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
someone might have a Citadel paint problem, you know what I mean?
well, yeah, I know. Well, the thing is, ages ago I sent Colin a list of the paints we'd need for this, but if anybody who's ever done this kind of thing will know, it's really hard to plan in advance of what paints you'll need for something. So, a couple of weeks ago I had another quick look at the list, and I hadn't looked at it for like, I don't know, 6 months, and I was like, wow, I've missed off half the paints I need. So I had to go and add a load of paints in, so yeah, that was a bit stupid of me. That was a bit stupid.
He had one simple job, folks.
Yeah, and I did half of it. So, yeah, today we're going to be carrying on building. We are building the Leman Russ Punisher.
Absolutely. I'm not fettling, by the way.
We're building the Leman Russ Punisher, which is the one with the dirty, great big chain gun on the Gatling gun on the front. Because I said to Colin, which one do you want to build? And he said, the other ones look rubbish. I need to build the big Gatling gun one because that's the one that looks correct.
Absolutely.
And I said, you are correct, therefore you like the Warhammers.
Yeah.
You sharpening a pencil to distract your hands?
I am.
That's epic.
Got to admit, it's pretty lame, isn't it?
I don't know. You need to get a fidget box. You need to get a fidget cube.
I got one of them, but she's asleep.
Oh!
Oh,
somebody please record that. If you're watching on Xbox, hit the record for 30 seconds and then I've got more blackmail material.
You might be streaming this live, mate.
Oh, wait, hang on a minute. That's the point. It's actually stored on the internet forever. You're hoovering the desk now, aren't you? You really are desperate for non-fidget stuff, aren't you?
No, I had sharpened a pencil, hadn't I? And I had lead
Colin, you can fettle if you want.
No, I'm all right, mate.
I release you from your I've forgotten the word now.
My fettle-free prison.
Yeah, from your... What's the word
Okay,
I'm thinking
then.
of? Not indoctrination.
Punishment,
no.
Obligation.
Enslavement. It's the word for enslavement, but it's not enslavement.
Yeah.
Anyway, you're allowed to fettle that if you want. So yes, we're going to be building the Leman Russ Punisher with a few little modifications. You can see we've both put some plastic card on this so far.
Absolutely.
To cover up gaps and things, because I'm lazy and I can't be bothered using fillers.
Absolutely.
Colin's got no excuse because he likes doing stuff like that, so I think he's just thought I'll take the quick route.
Absolutely. Yeah. You've taught me well, mate.
I have. Are you going to be doing some welding on yours today?
I might do, mate. I am just doing some modifications using rather beautiful angled styrene.
Oh, what are you going to do? What are you making?
And I am making for that, see?
What's that going to... Let me put you full screen so I can see what you're doing.
Boy, there's a big ugly arse seam, isn't there?
Oh.
See, so I want to make a nice little to go around the top of it.
I never thought of that. I left mine as just a big gap, but yeah, it makes sense if you put
gives it a nice bit of angularity as well, mate. So yeah, that's what I'm up to.
Oh, very good.
You're impressed, didn't you?
I'm impressed by that. Yeah, I was wondering if you might put like some... Because you've got all these edges here, haven't you, on this bit and on the turret?
Yeah, I'm going to run some weld lines down there and, yeah.
Like you get on Unreal Tank. I can't do that, unfortunately, because I haven't got a welding device, but...
Yeah.
I could use milliput to make weld lines, but I just can't be bothered.
Yeah, bless.
Yeah, can't be bothered doing that just yet. So we're going to be working on that today.
Absolutely. Whilst you're having your swig of tea, I'll say hello to the chat for you,
yes, I was about to do that. We'll go for it.
Paul D. Tommaso's in, says I, Foxx, Colin, Si, and everyone in the chat.
Hello, Paul D. Tommaso.
Si's not in this week. He's moved recently, so he's doing movie, housey stuff, folks. So he'll be back soon. Dorkosaurus is in, saying hello, Foxx, Colin Uggs, and everyone in chat land. That's everyone saying hello to Dork. Paul J. Lewis is in. Hi, Colin and Foxx and all the chatters. Hello, Paul. How you doing? Bobbins is in. Good afternoon, chaps. Hello,
look at the
Bobbins.
Popularity.
How you doing, buddy? Darren Edmonds is in. Says hello, everyone. Hello, Darren. How you doing, buddy?
Hello, Darren.
Bobbins is asking, is Festa sufficiently clothed? I am at the moment, mate.
Yeah, nothing's going. Nothing is forever.
However, there might be an imminent change being made.
Oh, good lord.
Paul J. Lewis says purgatory. There you go.
There goes my PG rating.
Which might be what he meant about my fettling. And Candy Graham says, was the word indenturement?
Indenture, that's it. Indenture. I'll free you from your indentured thing.
Oh, he's good, isn't he, Jeff? Jeff is, by the way, our very own community Col Sagan.
Yeah. If you wish to make an apple pie from scratch, you must first invent the universe.
There you go. See, our very own Carl Sagan there.
Yep.
And it gives Fox a chance to do his Carl Sagan impression.
Consider again the small dot. That's us. That's here. That's home.
Let's get a little bit of that going on.
La 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 la. Don't forget, folks, the question of the week, of course, you know what it is because you've watched all our live streams.
Oh, I forgot, didn't I? Yeah, shock.
Go for it. Go for it.
What is in the belly?
Mm-hmm.
What is on the bench?
Mm-hmm.
What is your beverage of choice?
Next time, Gadget. Next time.
You went all hooded claw then.
I did.
And I now can't speak because I've blown my throat.
Yeah.
Blown my throat out doing the hooded claw. Yeah, so what's on your bench, what's in your belly? You know what's on our bench. Belly for tonight for me, I do not know yet. Mama Fox hasn't decided. She's been angling for McDonald's for the last couple of days.
I've got a bit of the old roast beef today, mate.
Oh, roast beef.
Yeah.
Do you know roast beef is a slang French term for British people? Or for English people.
Oh,
Le
well,
roast
there
beef.
you go.
But it's not even
What?
it's not even a correct French word. It's a deliberate mispronunciation of roast beef. So they know us as le roast beef.
Amongst what we know them by, isn't it?
Amongst other names they probably know us by. Most of which are probably justified.
Yeah.
I'm making my little strips that are going to go underneath.
Absolutely.
So yeah, bench and belly, folks. What have you had for your dinner, or what are you going to have for your dinner?
Yeah. Darren says he loves listening to us two talking gentlemen dangly bits.
Yes.
Nothing wrong with that, mate. We talk bollocks because we don't have to worry about other people then.
Yeah, it's what we do. It's in my contract.
It's our thing. It's in our contract, mate.
See, the difficulty is that when you're a registered certified idiot, like what I is,
Yeah, I see what we did there.
great play what I wrote. That's the only way you can be is just talking rubbish. I can't have a deep discourse on the beneficial nature of the gold standard and the return to that form of economy because I'm an idiot.
As we said at the top of the show, we know anything about nothing and nothing about anything.
Yes.
And we don't apologise for it.
Nope. I'm like
we really are that useless.
Think of me like the Blue Man Group, but take away all the musical talent. It's kind of what I am. Anyway, so how are you doing, Colin? What have you been up to this week? Anything interesting?
Absolutely diddly squat, really. I did a bit of video editing and things like that. So there's some videos have gone up. So I've done a bit of that. Other than that, pretty much chilled, mate.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, it's been a quiet week, mate, isn't it?
I also have, words. I also, as well, this week have not been able to do any filming for various reasons that people probably know about. But I have got some live streaming done and stuff.
Yeah.
But I've not been able to do any filmy, sadly. Oh, ping.
Was that a large dose of couldn't be bothered itis, was it?
No, it was just home stuff and warm workbench stuff and setting up other things. I was testing out I got myself the Xbox Series S to do game streaming from.
Oh, right, yeah.
So now that's... Instead of using my Series X and risking damaging it, changing the cables all the time, I've got a Series S now that's permanently hooked into my Elgato capture card, and that's my dedicated streaming console. So I've been testing that this week.
You was worried about the HDMI, wasn't you?
Yeah. The thing about the Series X and all the Xboxes, you're best to use the proprietary cable that comes with it because it's massively high data bandwidth. But the problem is, they've so well engineered it that the cable and the port it goes into, they're such a tight fit. They really expect you to plug it in once and that's it.
Yeah.
So, because I kept having to change the Xbox from going into my TV from into the TV and swapping it over to the Elgato capture card, it was a major risk that at some point I'm going to break the socket on the back of the Xbox, and that's the end of that. So I'm like, you know what?
Suitably clagged.
Yeah. So I thought I may as well just get a Series S. I'm only streaming at like 1080p, maybe 1440p anyway, so it's not the end of the world. It's good enough for the games I'm playing, and it means I'm not putting my ex at risk. And
Well,
I have
this is the thing, you don't want to wreck the machine, do you?
Well, no. Don't want to wreck 500 quid of the games console. That would be a bit stupid. I have discovered yesterday, though, to my absolute joy, that I am now able to stream in 1440p.
Oh, good for you.
So from now on, when you watch my video gaming type streams, they will be in various resolutions up to 1440p, but it does mean I get the fancy schmancy video encoding from YouTube.
Yeah.
Which means hopefully my stream should start to look a lot better from now on. My game streams.
Absolutely.
And I'll use it on my own solo. I can't use it on this kind of StreamYard stream I'm doing now, but I'll use it on my solo streams and other workbench streams as well, so it should start to look a lot better.
That's the key, mate, isn't it? It's what we're all up to at the moment, is just trying to improve the quality.
Yeah. And, you know, Mum Fox is getting better now, so I'm finding myself with a bit more disposable time when I can do things like video game streams.
You'll be able to see us make our mistakes.
Oh, and then we fell out. So some things haven't changed. Let us press the magic button and go back to the place of place. I am returned.
Yeah. I was just about to say they can see us make our mistakes in HD and Fox drop out in HD. Do you reckon it dropped out? Brilliant.
Kaplunk. So yeah, so hopefully my video gaming streams and my solo live streams should look a lot better from now on.
Yeah.
Yes. Oops. Oopsie daisy. Oop. Steady. But yes, I do find... I know I haven't done much model making content lately, but just because of restrictions of time, I do find it's quite hard. Whereas I'd rather do the occasional video gamey thing that I can quickly dive in and do a stream for an hour or two.
Yeah.
And people have got some kind of content, than just do nothing at all. I know some people don't like the fact to do the gaming stuff, but it's like, hey, it's my channel. I'll give you what you will like what you get. That's what I say to my Fox. You'll get what you're given. You'll like it. Yeah. I'm joking, of course. Look at that. How neat is that?
Oh, I'm impressed.
I was dead careful. Everything I did, the cutting and the. Oh.
I am so proud of you, mate.
Except that bit's not straight. Oh.
Don't worry about that.
They grow up so fast, don't they, Col?
It could be disguised with weathering.
What I need to do is put another plastic strip over that plastic strip to hide that plastic strip.
Yeah, but thing is, I know you would.
Annie McLeish is in and says, "Oh ho, is that a Leman Russ I spy being built model making Guru Fest 676?" Yeah. Yes, we're both building the same. Because I'm going to teach Festa how I paint things.
Absolutely.
So we're both making the same tank so that I can paint it on the stream, and he'll follow me, my guidance, and he'll learn how I do things.
Absolutely.
Yeah, or you'll see how I do things, not learn how I do things.
I know what you meant.
And I do have to give the disclaimer, I am not saying that I am a great painter and I know what I'm doing and Colin needs to know how to paint like me to be good. I'm saying that I'm a mediocre painter and Colin wants to learn how I paint things to add those techniques to his big box of techniques that he'll learn from lots of different people.
Absolutely.
Because he'll learn stuff from me and then he'll get taught by Cy Reynolds and then he won't need to use any of my rubbish techniques.
Well, we're kind of both hoping that we'll get taught by Cy Reynolds as well, aren't we?
Yeah.
You should have seen us two trying to drop the hints last week. It was quite funny, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. It's nice when you get stuff for free.
Absolutely.
That normally would be very expensive. I'm going to use little rivets on the underside here because you're never really going to see them. And I don't want to waste my big hex rivets on it.
Absolutely. Free always works for me.
Yeah. Jacqueline Crochet Art is in. Hey, Jackie. Welcome, welcome.
Hello, Jackie.
Darren Edmonds, I've forgotten who you've said hello to now. Darren Edmonds is in.
Hello, Darren. All right, mate.
Paul Lewis is in.
Absolutely. Got some belly and benches. Paul Di Tommaso says he's drinking Pepsi Zero and he's got several kits around him that he's working on.
Ooh.
Bobbin's belly tonight will be roast pork and things. Bench Toyota GSO 50, a very shiny car.
Things. I like things.
Andy McLeish says Fox is teaching. Where's his mortarboard and ropes? Paul J. Lewis. Paul J. Lewis, belly, nothing yet. He's got roast chicken dinner later. Bench is an Italieri 48th Black Hawk helicopter.
Is it down?
Beverage. Yeah, beverage. I see what he did there. Beverage, water. Yeah, I don't drink enough of it, apparently. Yeah.
I actually, you know, when it gets to like warm, early summer, I drink gallons of water because I like water.
Yeah, same here, mate.
It's not weird, but I really like water. I've got to use little tiny rivets in this.
I drink my obligatory requirement every day. Darren says he's still working on his motorbike belly. He's been lazy and he's waiting for a kebab to be delivered. Happy days.
I just misheard that as he's still working on his motorbike belly. I'm like, what's a motorbike belly?
No, he's still working on his motorbike on the bench and his belly's been lazy. Yeah. Andy McLeish is saying hello to everyone. Jackie's got roast chicken, nose spuds, carrots and peas. Bench is another secret. I know what you're doing there, Jackie. Crochet projects, he says. Jeff has got oatmeal as his belly.
Ooh.
Beverage is tea. Bench, it is raspberry pie and resin printer day. Good man. Are you putting in a pie cam on your resin printer, Jeff? Because I've got one on my Mars, Elegoo Mars Pro, mate. Fox is now thinking, what are they on?
I'm leaving you to your three-dimensional shenanigan conversation.
Absolutely.
I'm not qualified to discuss such matters.
Paul saying his missus likes crochet art as well. Unfortunately, finds it difficult because she suffers from a deterioration of muscle problem. Oh, bless her. Don't apologise for your punctuation, Darren, mate. My pronunciation's crap and all, mate. What?
How dare you?
Yeah, Fox always tells me off for mispronouncing things. So I did.
You're just adding letters to words.
I know.
That aren't there.
Yeah, normally I just make up words, don't I?
Well, there is
normally my thing. So yeah.
You keep your thing to yourself. I've made a terrible mistake that I've used a really thin strip of plastic, so I can only use my tiniest rivets.
Oh, and good man.
We can't really see them. Oh well.
I'm impressed. I am mightily impressed with your rivetness. Note to self: must butter up Wendy and ask her politely and send her loads of coin to make me rivets.
Yes, I need to actually give Wendy a shout and ask her to make me some more. To be honest, I'm sure she'll be in later. I'll happily pay her for it.
Absolutely, we don't mind doing that. Right.
Because it's not a quick process to make these things with the RP tool. It's quite a tedious process, and it's, you know.
Yeah, Steve Spencer Beanie's in. Hello, Steve. How you doing, geezer?
Hi, Steve.
He says afternoon. Belly, he says a bag of pears and a cup of coffee. Bench, he's editing sub video. Good man.
He says a bag of pears. All I've got in my head now is David Tennant as the 10th Doctor.
Yeah.
Leaving a message for Martha.
Oh, right, yeah.
Because he's gone undercover and he's stored his personality in a watch.
Yeah.
And he says, don't do this, don't do that. He says, I won't know who you are because I won't be the Doctor. I'll be this hidden person. He says, and there's one last thing. Whatever you do, the most important thing, whatever happens, do not let me eat pears. I hate pears. Because he's like saying, you know, if this aliens do this, do that, because he's going to be undercover, and it's like, don't let me eat pears. I hate the taste. I don't want to get my personality back and find the taste of pears in my mouth.
Everyone's saying hello to Steve. How you been, Steve? Not seen you about for a while, mate. You all right? We like to make sure Steve's okay.
He yells.
Because we're kind like that.
That's almost evenly balanced out. That's not so bad. Not so bad, you say?
You're good. You're good, you are.
So, Yeah, I've run out of things to talk about now, so please, people in chat, for the love of dog, please ask us questions and things.
Absolutely.
Keep it family friendly. We don't have to, but please try and keep it reasonably family friendly. No politics, no religion, of course.
Yeah.
We'll happily talk about those. We'll try and answer modelling questions, but we are idiots and we don't really know anything, so...
Yeah. Yeah, that's another disclaimer, by the way. Yeah, we know nothing about anything about nothing.
I know nothing about anything, but I'll happily answer quantum physics questions.
Absolutely.
That rivet didn't work. Phi, I say phi, and thrice phi.
There you go.
There we go. Take that off. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Dum 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 dum.
So-
We're building Leman Russes.
Stuff, basically, and things.
Yeah,
Developments and happenings.
absolutely. Dave's in saying hello, mate. Hello, Dave. How you doing, geez?
Hello, Dave. Got a new motor.
How you doing, mate? Yeah. He's saying hello, Princess Fox. So he's started on you already.
I'm not a princess. I'm a prince. Oh, wait. I'm a princess.
Yeah.
I'm a princess. I'm a princess. I'd like to do my little dots. Shut up.
Absolutely. You're a princess so that other people don't have to be.
Yeah.
And that works for you, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Everyone's saying hello, Dave.
Because if everyone's a princess, then I'm not special. So
No, you like to be special, don't you?
I'm
mate?
special. I'm 100% special. I'm the specialist. Not spelt the way you think. Yeah, we now have the rivets.
Andy McLeish goes, Leman Russ, Leman Ross, Leman Russ, Bob Ross. See what he did there?
Bob Ross. I see what he did there. I'm going to put the lid back on my rivets before everything goes horribly wrong.
There you go.
Quick task manager. See what my CPU's at.
Well, are you having issues, mate?
No, it just seems a bit louder than normal.
Bit louder.
No, it's 57%, which is unusual. I've got.
Oh, sorry, I thought you
performance mode
meant my audio.
on. No. I mean my my usage. A bit high.
Bung
I
that
think
on
I've got
there
anything
like
unusual
so.
running. Yeah, it's all good.
Just get that in there so that I can see what I'm doing.
I know what I didn't do.
What's that, mate?
I don't think I turned Windows Update off. Let's turn that off. Oh, there we go. Pause updates for 7 days. There we go.
Yeah, don't get the latest one, mate. Yeah, bought my computer quite nicely for a while.
For some reason I'm running at 55 CPU, which is normally not that much.
You in Chrome?
No, I use Edge for streaming this. Although I know it's often more when I'm doing StreamYard stuff, because I've got StreamYard running and I've got my streaming software, so it's going to be a bit more. I shall open my window for removal of the walls. I'll knock the camera, but never mind.
There you go. So that's got a bit of that on there. I'm happier.
I'm going to have to move my camera, hang on.
No, that's all right. Move the camera, mate.
I didn't have my window open because the Chudbutts next door but one.
Yeah.
With the stupid dog and the man with his pathetic pretty man beard. You know, like you know, like you get men who have beards, and then you have men who have pretty man beards because they want to look like a lumberjack, but they just look like a makeup advert.
Yeah, super groomed.
Yeah, and it's like that's not how beards work. If you can have a beard, you've got to look either scruffy or hardcore. You can't look pretty.
Yeah.
It's nonsense. Anyway, they decided this morning, I think it was them, they decided this morning would be 9 o'clock on a Sunday morning would be the perfect time to start breaking up concrete flooring with jackhammer. I was like, oh, crying out loud.
You got a super chat there, mate.
Ooh, Paul J. Lewis, £5. Hey, Fox, have some free fluffy puffin food coinage. Hugs to Colin and the Chatville Chatterers. Thank you very much, Paul. You're very, very kind. That was very lovely. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. It all adds to the tally of Fox's puffin food. I'm just adjusting my chimera. There you go. I think I'm in the middle. Nope. There you go. If I'm out of focus, let me know. So I've done my strip. I'd say I've caught up with you now, but you've rattled on ahead, haven't you now? Where are you now?
Yeah, I've done me top frame.
Look at that! God damn it! It looks like you know what it looks like? It looks like some kind of like Bjorn Borg band.
Yeah, it's just hides that, and then I can weld them.
I can't even begin to comprehend how you would make a 90-degree thing like that. I just don't understand. I'm too stupid.
By eye, basically. Lay one bit on, cut it, then lay the next bit on, cut it.
Either I don't have the skills or just not the patience to do that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I shall not do that. It will only end poorly for me.
No,
I'll leave mine with a dirty, great big gap, I think. Oh. Right, where are we?
Oh yeah, I've got
Spid
to
is
go
in.
on his Aris as well.
Speedy curates in.
Hello, Spid. How you doing?
Darren Edmonds says, Festa is that guttering you are applying.
Yeah, it's right-angled styrene strip, mate.
Oh, I thought it was flat strip that you bent into a right angle.
No, you can get channeled strip. I've got right-angled strip, so yeah.
What kind of angle? Right angle.
Right angle. Yeah.
4 angles.
Absolutely. So, yeah, just made that. Finished off.
Welcome, Spid. Spid's in. Hey, Spid.
Absolutely.
Joel
Just looks intentionally done then. Sorry, mate.
Joel Grit is in. He says, evening, Foxx and Colin, all in chat. Hope all is well. Welcome to you as well, Joel.
Hello,
Spid.
Joel.
Look, Spid, look. The finest tea in all the land.
Yeah, he's now looking at the screen going, I cannot see anything.
You know your tea is good when you actually get a physical layer of tea crap that you can feel with your finger. Like if I run my finger over that, it's actually got a texture to it. I can't get it out. I can't get rid of it. I'm sure it's not harmful. Speedy Create says, he says, all good thanks, perpetually exhausted, work is non-stop, but everyone knows that NHS staff don't need breaks.
Absolutely.
Right, what am I doing now then? You're doing your weldy bits, aren't you?
I am.
What can I fettle with now?
I am doing a little bit of welding along the top of the tank.
A little bit of toast. Nobody gets that reference.
One of those epic 1970s one-hit wonders, wasn't it?
You get that reference, nobody else does.
Absolutely, mate.
A little bit of toast. I can hear a washing machine.
Yeah, it's because the wife's washing machine's on, mate.
Ooh, the wife's washing machine. The thing is, right, for most people, that would be something sexist, but for you, it's like, no, it really is the wife's because you're not allowed near it.
Not allowed near it, no.
It's not being sexist, he's being actually honest. He's like, literally, I can't, if you touch it, he dies. If he touches it, he dies.
Yeah.
If there was ever...
It is true as well, by the way.
Yeah. If it ever happened that somebody had video evidence of buttons and switches being fiddled with, he'd be a dead man walking.
Oh, absolutely. I would perish and dread to think who would have such a thing.
I can't imagine who would do such a dastardly thing.
You know, who would do that to me, Fox?
Who would actually get you to film something and then send it to someone and then they would say, I've now got evidence for blackmail, and they'd be like, oh, crap.
Yeah, I kind of fell for that hook, line and bloody sinker, didn't
Hey,
I?
Colin, just film yourself doing this for no specific reason. Okay.
Yeah, so, all right, Fox, I'll go and do that now.
I'm doing it now. Good lad. Right, what's the next step? The next step is exhaust. I think when we finish building...
Yes.
We've both got Bane Blade spares, haven't we?
I've got an absolute greeble box full of Bane Blade bits, mate.
Yeah, it might be worth us going through our Bane Blade bits and seeing what... Because if we had all greeble... We don't actually... You know what? We don't actually have to make it exactly the same. As long as it's generally the same, I suppose. It doesn't... You know, if you want to add different greebles to make...
Yeah, as near as damn it.
I mean, if you had a load of panels...
The main thing on this is the paint job, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, if you had a load of panels, they're going to still be the same colour as the panels on the tank.
Yeah.
It's like if you had something that I've not got on mine, like a missile or something, it'd be like, okay, well, that I can't show you how to paint that because I haven't got one. So, yeah.
Well, we can ban the greeble box for this one. I don't mind, because all I'm going to be doing is a few welds and things like that. So
I don't know, but then you get to things like these sides here where I just want to put something in. I want to put like
a bit naked, didn't they?
I want to get a couple of hotshot las guns and have them strapped to the side like they're being. No, moving on. We'll have a look. We'll have a think when we finish the build. Because we might finish the build like 10 minutes into a stream and be like, right, I've got 3 hours to film now.
Yeah, it's like, what we're going to do now?
Right.
Yeah. Which we're desperately trying not to do, aren't we, mate?
Yeah,
we are trying to be good.
I was saying to Colin, I know exactly what's going to happen. Is that I'm going to get that spray. I know exactly what's going to happen. Is that we're going to be using rattle can. Oh, we've got handles to put on things. We're going to be using the Citadel's rattle can primer, Chaos Black. And I know what's going to happen. We're going to finish a stream one day on a Sunday, and we'll be like, right, and next week when we come back, we'll have primed these up and we'll start the painting. And then for every single day that week, it will just rain constantly non-stop, and we'll be like, right, we haven't primed anything. So today we're just going to sit and look at pictures of cats. There you go, done.
Yeah. We are going to get caught out at some point.
We are. I'm going to build some exhausts.
It's the law of averages, mate, isn't it?
Yeah, you're an average.
Absolutely. I love being an average, mate. It took me many years of practice to become this average.
I'm making tubes.
Tubularity.
Exhausty tubes. Dip. I can see the bit that goes on the end of the big Gatling gun. It's making me all moist and excited.
Oh no, I've just been having a look at that, thinking, whoa, look at that. Yeah.
It's giving me flashbacks to building my heavy arms Gundam. I think we should have all the extras that come with the tank, like the searchlight and all the handles and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Because they come with the kit and they're optional extras. And even though we shouldn't put it on there, I'm going to put this bit on the back of the turret because it always looks good. I shall put those pieces of sprue over there, like that, you see.
Like that, you see, he says.
What are these tiny tanks? Are they the Leman Russ things? Yes, we're both building the same Leman Russ tanks. They're tiny for Warhammer, but if by the same token, they're taller than your house. They'd actually be bigger than a modern day Abrams, probably, but
yeah,
in Warhammer, they're actually tiny little things.
They look like little tiny mail tanks, don't they?
Yeah, but they're actually bigger than everything you've ever seen in your entire life, probably. That's the funny thing. When you see like somebody's, every now and then you'll watch like somebody will do a little CGI animation, and there's a few around where like you see some Imperial Guard guys walking along towards a battlefield, and like this Leman Russ will go past them, and it's just this massive 35-foot tall tank that goes past them, and you're like, actually they're not that small.
Yeah. So,
I was watching one and this Leman Russ went past and it was like, wow, they're actually quite big. And then a Beyblade went past and I'm like, Jesus Christ, they are massive. Massive!
massive big tank, massive big tank.
MBT. Massive big tank. So I don't know what we're having for dinner today. I think Mama Fox might be after McDonald's because she's been jonesing for McDonald's for the last couple of days, and I've been managed to.
Oh, is she dropping them special Mama Fox hints? Is she?
Yeah, but I managed to. Well, the thing is, on Friday. See, what I do is to make sure she doesn't go and have snoozes during the day. I say to her, if you're good, and I try and tempt her with something like perhaps you can have a bottle of beer, a little bottle of beer, because we've got ordered some beer like with a takeaway. Or I said, if you're good, I said you can have some fish and chips from the actual fish and chip shop. Because I often make like a thing of fish and chips and stuff, but I said, like, I'll actually go to the fish and chip shop for you if you want. She went, oh. So she was good all day. And then the next day, she had the big fish and chips, and I had a big filthy burger and chips. And the next day, I'm like, I really fancy fish and chips now. So I said, do you fancy having
his poor man.
Oh yeah, do you fancy having fish and chips again? She went, yeah. So she had cheese and onion pie last night, and I had fish haddock. But I had our local like chippy. There's a thing called the Challenger Burger. How big is? Yeah. How many pounds is like 20 ounces? Is that a lot? I don't know. Is it 20 ounces? I could be wrong.
Is it 14 ounces to a pound?
Don't know. It's basically like 4 big patties.
Pound,
and
yeah, pound. Yeah, well, I don't know.
I don't know. No, I don't do Imperial. But the Challenger Burger they do is basically it's like 4 burger patties, a fried egg, a hash brown. I think there's probably bacon in there as well.
Yeah.
and loads of other bits and bobs. And add to that, the small portion of chips is bigger than your entire head. So on Friday I had all that and I was very, very fat the next day.
Oh, was it stick a fork in me belly, was it?
Yeah, it was really nice. I was totally full. Because the last few days before that I'd ordered burgers from various takeaways because I was in a filthy mood, and they got these little farty things, like little farty burgers. I'm like, that's not a burger.
Paul
This is a
D.
burger.
Tomato says 16 ounces to a pound. Yeah.
Wow. So it's a pound, just over a pound of burger.
There is talk that we're going to go back to imperial measurements on things.
That seems like an incredibly stupid idea.
Yeah, there's a government consultation taking place.
It's like, why would you want to go to a measurement system that no one over 40 will understand? Because they've never used it. Why would... What, just... I'm not going to get into the conversation, but...
Yeah,
just leave things as they are. The majority of the British population understand the way things are right now. Ugh.
Yeah, the UK going backwards. Yeah,
I don't know. So anyway,
yeah,
so
Andy, here, mate. Totally agree.
I had the big fat burger and it was most pleasant.
Steve says, are they having another party? Yeah, makes you wonder, Steve, doesn't it, mate? Yeah, it's one of them, isn't it?
Yeah. Let's not dwell on politics.
No.
Let's move on swiftly from that. Why is my fan doing that again? What are you doing, computer, my Bob?
Not my washing machine, or the wife's washing machine. Yeah.
What, making my computer go faster? No. What is my computer doing? What is it doing?
Absolutely.
Device property paid, that's my camera. Streamlabs, Microsoft Edge.
Oh dear. Yeah, what's your processes telling you, mate?
Nothing. Just Task Manager, which I've got open now. Streamlabs, Microsoft Edge, and the camera settings. It's Edge using 39%. I think I've just forgotten that the CPU usage is higher when I've got StreamYard going at the same time.
4.
Doodle-doo, it's quite good though. I can actually get it now, so when I'm doing a game stream, I'm literally using about like 20% CPU, which is massive because in the old days, did game streams, it'd be like 70 or 80%.
Yeah, performance mode, mate.
Performance mode and some of the bits and bobs, it's just great. Now I'm not streaming from a 4K console at 4K. I'm just streaming from a 1440p console to my computer. It's got less for my computer to deal with when it ingests the video feed, so it's like, yeah. My computer doing less work. And it still looks fine.
Absolutely, mate.
I have acquired the exhausty pipes.
Oh, good man. I haven't even got that far yet.
Stop! You're making me hungry, says Andy McLeish. I mean, literally, seriously. If you're a patron or a channel member, I posted it in the 24/7 Hangout on Friday in the Facebook chat. Go and have a look. I put a picture of the big filthy burger. And then the next day, because I wanted to, because Mama Fox's fish, right? When I put it out for her, there was a little bit. I had a little bit of her fish, and it was like, oh, that's really nice. They make this haddock that's really sweet.
Yeah.
So I was like, I really want fish and chips now. So I had the fish and chips, but Mama Fox had a small chips and I had a big chips. But unfortunately, Mama Fox's small chips is like a normal shop's big chips.
Yeah.
So she had half of her chips and she wasn't going to eat, so I had to have my chips plus half of hers. So I had this plate full of chips, like a mountain, and somewhere under there was like a foot-long haddock. You couldn't see it.
Oh, yeah.
You really couldn't see it.
So you was proper, oh, stick a fork in me, mum.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, it hurts when I do this. Don't do it then.
Bring back £5 bag of potatoes. My potatoes have never tasted the same since they changed to kilograms.
See what he did there.
Candygram says, pedantic alert. The US does not use imperial measurements. The US uses what I call customary units. I wish we used metric, though. So what you're saying is the Americans use made-up measurements. A cup and a bushel. I joke. La, 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 la.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I was in, primary school, junior school, whatever you want to call it, when metric came in. So we went from learning imperial straight to metric, so yeah, you forget most of the imperial. But if I still go for a door, I still go, it's a 6 foot by 3 foot 3 door.
Yeah,
it's weird, isn't it?
It's weird because I was born in 1971, so I was born of the year of decimalisation.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I think of distances. If you say to me something is 10 kilometres away,
yeah, it don't register, does it?
I don't understand what that means. I mean, I know what it means, but it's like my brain can't. If you say to me something is a mile down the road,
Yeah.
I think, well, there's a road near me that's about a mile long, so I know how long that is.
Yeah.
But if you say it's 3 kilometres away, I'm like, is that a long way or a short way? I have no sense of how big that is.
Well, it's like our weight. You get weighed at the hospital, and you say, "What's that in pounds? You know, stones and pounds."
Yeah, if you
Because
say
we still do our weight, don't we, in stones?
yeah, if you say I'm like 16 stone, I think, okay, I need to lose a bit of weight. If you say I'm 170 pounds, I'm like, is that
I
that
mean,
heavy?
I'm 6'1". You tell me that in centimetres or metres, I ain't got a scoob.
It's when you get like you see like European like police bulletins. It was a white male with black hair. He was approximately so many centimeters high and he weighed so many kilograms. I'm like, what? I'm like, what? Is this man fat or thin, tall or short? I have no idea.
Exactly.
So it's weird that I still do feet and I don't know. It's like I can sense something in centimeters. If you say it's 6 centimeters long, I know what that means. But if you say it's 3 inches long, I don't really know. But if you say feet, I know what that means, but meters, I'm not really that sure. It's very strange. No. I'm kind of a hodgepodge of different measurement standards.
Yeah, we kind of have different bits, don't we?
But there's absolutely no benefit at all to changing what we've got now. It's just there's no point.
No. I don't feel going backwards is the right thing.
No. Anybody born after decimalisation will have no idea what.
Because where's it going to end? Are we going to go back to the old pound, shilling and pence system?
Exactly. It's just nonsense.
You know, and 10 bob notes and things like that.
Yeah, let's go to a system that makes no sense at all. Some people are just simple. Anyway, shrinkflation. There's something that you can talk about.
How much is that? £1.06 and 15 shekels. Okay.
Yeah, there's 12 pence to a pound, but then there's 72 groats to a Fleming, and then there's 17.75. Wait, what? There's.
Yeah, the old pound, shilling and pence, bloody hell.
At no point in my future do I want to walk up to a counter and say, look, here's some coins, I don't know, just take what it is, I don't understand. Yeah.
£1, 3 shillings and frippen and halfpenny.
Yeah,
okay.
Happen and that.
You know, and it's like, how much is that? 10 and 6. Oh, okay.
Spit says, I don't mind most measurements and prefer to think in inches and miles, but the one that confuses me is Fahrenheit. Yeah, just everybody should use centigrade, Celsius. It makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. When it's cold, it's in centigrade, and when it's hot, it's in Fahrenheit, isn't it? It's weird, isn't it?
I don't understand that. Why? Because it's like, hang on. Celsius is easy. Water freezes at 0, boils at 100. Done. If you say it's 30 degrees outside, I've got a sense of how warm that is because I know between freezing and boiling. Yeah. If you say water freezes at 37 point whatever Fahrenheit, I'm like, what?
Yeah, but it's one of those. Whenever there's an heat wave, it sounds better when they type it in the newspaper. It's 103 degrees. That's hot.
It's like, what, you mean 22 Fahrenheit? Okay, so it's the Celsius, so it's a warm day then.
Yeah, it's a bit of a clingy day then, you know, but glorifies the headline, doesn't it?
Candygram says velocity should be measured in furlongs per fortnight.
Furlongs per fortnight.
We used to have a joke when we used to detail cars. When we were training people how to do detailing, we'd be putting the wheels back on a car, and we'd be like, "Yes, make sure it's set to the correct foot-pounds per newton meter."
Yeah.
And they'd be like, "What? What? You don't know your measurements? Come on now. Foot-pounds per newton meter. Come on, basic physics." Spinny Kuwait says, question for the Americans. How do the visually impaired avoid getting ripped off with banknotes, them being all the same size and colour? Oh, that's a good question. Spinny Kuwait says, I work with old folks and some struggle to differentiate between banknotes, which are different sizes and colours.
Absolutely.
Do all American banknotes look the same size and colour?
Oh, yeah, they are. It's just they've got 100 and the denomination printed in the corner, haven't they?
Because I know on British banknotes there's little bits you can touch that...
Oh, yeah,
little texture bits, yeah. Braille stuff and texture. Are you nomming some bits? What are you nomming? I like them. Yes, please. What is it? Is it got like the yogurty thing in it? Is it like with the white yogurt or something?
No, it's a Jaffa cake. Jaffa cake bar thing, but yeah, it's just yeah.
I like the cereal bars when they come with yogurt, and it's like a solid. It's almost like icing, but it's not. It's like
It's like you get yourself a goodly watch, don't you?
yeah, and it's all white. Oh, tell you what, though, nothing beats a good golden syrup flapjack.
You're ahead of me again, aren't you? You're doing exhausts, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm doing the stuff on the back, but you've been fettling with your trim and stuff.
Oh yeah, I've got the thing on his Harris, that's on.
Yeah, so you're not that far. I'm not that far. You're actually ahead of me, actually, slightly.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. When I catch up to you do the buildy bits fast, but then the custom modding bits you take your time with. So we kind of balance out nicely.
Absolutely. Now, do I do an exhaust each side, or do I have them side by side?
Ooh.
I kind of like them one each side, to be honest.
Have you glued it? Have you glued the big stowage box in the middle?
Yeah.
Will they fit all on one side?
Don't know, but they can do, because I can easily just put a bit of extra fin on it and move it over.
I think I might do mine Beyblade style with have two on one side. I think. Because then you can paint them both rusty and they look sweet.
Yeah. Is that a subtle hint? Cole, take that off and put your exhaust. Yeah.
No, do however you want to do, buddy. You do me your way. I expect you to get a little plastic tubing and make like flipping 6 foot long snorkel exhausts on it.
No, I'm being good on this one, mate. I know. Difficult, isn't it?
I think what we should do is like for things where it's because I'm only going to be showing you how to paint stuff. That's the important bit. So, for example, it doesn't really matter if you do the exhaust that come with the kit or your own custom exhaust, because I'm still going to show you how to paint them rusty.
Absolutely.
So I think you've got some scope to customise your Leman Russ. We don't have to make it exactly like mine.
Bless it.
As long as you're not adding something that I don't have on mine that would be a totally different... Like, if you add a load of, I don't know, like camouflage netting, and I'm like, well, I don't have that, so I can't show you how to paint it. So,
Exactly.
yeah. So you do you. I expect no less. La, 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 la.
Candy Grab says a US pound is not a unit of mass as a kilogram is. A US pound is a measurement of force. The US unit for mass is, I kid you not, the slug. Oh, cool.
Yeah, not like 13 slugs to a cup, and then there's like 17 cups in a bushel. I'm making it up, but there is a US measurement called a bushel. And
Marcus Brun is in, saying evening,
Hey,
Foxx and
Marcus.
Colin. Hello, Marcus.
Welcome, my friend. Big Marcus hugs to you. What am I doing with this bit? Now I've got my instructions sideways like a chud. I can't read sideways. Right, that goes there. It does amuse. Tell you what amuses me.
What's that, mate?
It's not. I don't know what it is, but like they show you this bit here. Put that piece on there.
Yeah.
But there they show you to put these two pieces first.
Yeah.
To me, would that not be better on that side? Because we read left to right.
Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Oh, Games Workshop don't ever change.
Yeah, it's a bit arse upwards, isn't it? Bit
Yeah.
Eve Robinson.
But then again, compared to the old instructions, compared to Forge World instructions, which aren't even instructions.
Oh, mate.
Forge World instructions. Here's a picture of all the components. Here's a picture of the finished thing.
Yeah, Forge World instructions is basically like a sprue diagram.
Oh yeah.
That's it.
I bought my squad of 10 Deathcore of Krieg dudes from Forge World, and it had no building instructions. It said, here's all the parts. Here's a picture of 5 of the figures, and it just said, and they're all assembled, and it said left arm, right arm. And I'm like, brilliant. It doesn't tell me how to assemble them or which arm goes with which gun or anything. And there's also more than 5 dudes, so thanks, I guess. So I don't think I'll be buying resin Deathcore. I think from now on I'll just buy the plastic ones and build up a Deathcore force that way.
Yeah, I was quite surprised at the detail in the grot tanks.
Mm-hmm.
They seem to be a bit more inclusive in them.
Oh yeah, they are beautiful. Oh no, the Deathcore thing for me is just I never know quite which arm goes on which other arm, which left arm goes with which right arm, and it's not dead obvious. And that's how I ended up with building 10 Deathcore. And by the time I got to the end, the guy at the end had 2 arms that didn't actually fit together, and it's like,
Oh right, yeah.
Because you don't know, because you get a weapon with a hand on it, and I'm like, hang on, which arm goes with that one? And they're kind of not that numbered very well. Right, that goes there, and then this goes here like that. You'll see, yeah, that's a stick. But now I can just buy the plastic ones now. So
Andy McClish says, "You sure you're not getting them muddled up with Revell instructions?"
no, trust me. If you ever buy a Forge World kit, instructions is the word that comes in inverted bunny ear commas.
Yeah, instructions for Forge World is an optional extra.
Yeah, it's more of a suggestion, perhaps.
Yeah, this is how it might look when it's together. We don't know because we may have forgot to take a picture of the finished model.
Oh, I've got a fingerprint on my plastic bit. Never mind. I think I can fill this little gap on the stowage box with sprue glue. I mean, with glue, even just because it's. Then again, I quite like the idea of the stowage box looking all kind of knackered. What was
chunky. Yeah.
Paul J. Lewis, welcome to Instruction Page Turner. Paul is now a channel member. Thank you very much for becoming a member, Paul.
Well done, Paul. You get yourself a funky little icon next to your name, Nick.
There are links in the description below the video.
He's already in, mate.
He's already in. I knew that. I knew that.
Yeah, he's already on my channel, mate.
Lovely.
Yeah,
thank you very much.
24/7, you know all about that, mate. The lovely Marcy is in, saying hello to everyone.
Hey, Marcy.
Hello, Marcy.
Hey, Muse.
Scale Model Muse. Big huggage back. Hugs have been issued. Because I'm good like that. I may have already.
Like that, aren't you?
Yeah, I may have already prepared it on the off chance that Muse would come in.
You have that on. You have it copied, ready to paste, like before we even go live.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. It's called Fear, mate.
It's called Abject Terror and Tactics. I know how
absolutely,
you work.
mate.
Because I work exactly the same way.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Marcy is our very own G.I. Jane, bless her. Mm-hmm. She's the only person I know that Chuck Norris is apprehensive of.
Yeah. Chuck Norris would think twice.
Yeah. You know, you can see him doing the face. Oh, no. I'm not going to argue with her. I'm not going to argue with her.
Yeah.
Chuck, come back. Don't be such a girl.
Chuck Norris once throat punched a salesman down the phone.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, Chuck would be there going, so glad I'm not you.
Yeah.
Really, Chuck? You're on your own, pal.
A fingerprint on your plastic bic. Hide the evidence, says Andy McLeish. I will with a sanding sponge.
Yeah, Muse is laughing out loud, bless her.
La, 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 la. There are 4 pecks in 1 bushel. I remember this from childhood, but I have no idea why I was taught this. I bet you don't even know what a peck and a bushel is, though, do you? I bet you don't even remember what kind of unit of measurement it is. How many pecks in a bushel? 4. What are they? I have no idea. It could be a distance. It could be a weight.
Yeah.
It's like weirdos from Coventry that call a bread cake a batch. What's that nonsense, says Speedy Q8.
Yeah.
Oh, God, we're off now, aren't we? We're doing old men shouting at clouds now, aren't we?
Yeah, I'm just going to sit back and leave you to that one because...
I'm not even going to get started as why people are wrong when they don't call it anything but a barm cake. It's a barm cake. Maybe a bap. Bap and barm cake are interchangeable. It's the ones that call it an oven bottom. It's like...
What?
Some places call them oven bottoms. It's like...
God.
I think that's Bolton, but then that explains a lot.
Oh, yeah, well, they're an oven.
Different species. Welcome to Bolton. Oh, really?
Oh, Muse is grumbling she's out of X20. Oh, no.
Bomb, bomb, bomb. What's that, thinner?
Yeah.
Oh, no, X20... Yeah. Oh, that's the... Wait, isn't
that's the Tamiya X20A, isn't it?
Yeah, is X20 the enamel thinner?
I think it might be, yeah.
What are you using it for, Marcy? There are alternatives. If it's an enamel thinner, or do you mean the acrylic thinner? X20A. It depends what you're using it for. Because if you're using it to thin oil paints, you can actually use lighter fluid.
Yeah.
Or any mineral spirit based product. If you run out of X20A, then just use isopropyl alcohol. If you've got any. Or any acrylic thinner, because they're all the same. Isopropyl alcohol. You can't drink it, you will die. Don't know where that came from.
I'm impressed.
I wouldn't be.
Oh, Spiddy Q8 goes, no, an oven bottom is specific. It's the ones that were on the bottom rack and usually a little more done than the rest. Even though heat rises, the gas burners for commercial ovens were low down. There you go.
Still a rubbish name. Can I have a chip oven bottom, please? That just sounds stupid.
Yeah.
Chip balm, chip bap. There you go. Too many syllables if you call it an oven bottom. It sounds too Bolton and Berry, that does.
He is this bad, folks. He's getting on. You're getting on your little high horse now, aren't you?
It's a very little high horse. It's not really, not very high. Not very high.
Yeah, I can see where this is going to go now.
It's more a high pony.
Yeah, you're going to have a proper good wibble session. I can feel it.
No. I'm making tubes. I'm always happy when I'm making tubes.
Muse says the plan was to stay home today, but now I'm going to have to go out if I want to work on this project. Oh dear. What? I feel sorry for anyone out in the real world now that you've had to go out to get this blue.
Dude, what do you need it for? There may be an alternative that you may have.
Is she going to be pissed that she's got to go out?
I mean, I would be.
So glad I'm not in front of her in the queue.
Oh.
With a pocket full of change. God, could you imagine it?
Baps are small, firm, gently rounded. Wait, family show.
I see what you did there.
But bread cake is clearly the only correct one as it's bread and made into a cake. But you can't go into a chippy and ask for a chipped bread cake. Too many syllables. Chip balm.
Spiddy could.
Well, yeah. But only because he'd be lecturing about their coffee machine being rubbish.
Oh, yeah. Can you just imagine it? Yeah.
Panel line accents. Okay. So you're using the enamel thinner for the panel line accent colour. Wait, is it X20A or X20? I can't remember if you said. Did you clarify that? If it's the enamel thinner, do you or anyone you know have access to lighter fluid? Because that's perfect. It's a mineral spirit. It's a good alternative. If you're thinning enamels or oils, it's quite good. X20. So yeah, the enamel thinner. Yeah, if you've got any lighter fluid.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Of course,
anyone in your house got a Zippo lighter? Mm-hmm. Then they'll have a can of the lighter fuel.
Or if you've got even just like a bottle of terps or turpentine or white spirit, they're all the same. They're all mineral spirits.
Yeah.
So you might already have something in the house. We'll still have to go out, she says. Oh, I think basically you're going out and somebody's going to get their ass kicked.
Can you imagine, right? Now,
I try not to be honest.
There's going to be one driver on her journey that is going to cut her off, isn't there?
Yeah.
Can you imagine that driver when Marcy pulls alongside him at the red light and she gives him the look?
I don't think I can imagine that, quite possibly for the same reason I can't play the bad guy in video games.
Yeah.
My brain's just not equipped to deal with that kind of thing, I think.
How quick is he going to wilt down in his chair underneath the window going, oh my God.
We've got a mail from Games Workshop. New Joy Toy Space Marines incoming. That's great. Apart from Joy Toy, to me, I've been playing Cyberpunk, so a Joy Toy is a prostitute.
Yeah.
So look, new...
Yeah, that's something that loves you long time, all night long, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, Cy Reynolds was asking me if I was going to get the Horus Heresy box, and I'm like, not for 180 quid, no, not right now.
No.
I haven't got, even if I did, I haven't got time to build it and paint it and flog it.
Yeah, I've had that email a couple of times this week from Goblin Gaming. No, it's like, leave me alone.
No, I am. Much as it would be a really good business move to get the set, paint it, and sell it.
Sell it on, yeah.
I just don't have the time or the money right now. I've got too many other things. I've got to film Mud Knight for E-models still yet. Right, well, I built my exhaust pipe, but I can't do anything yet because I've got to let it dry for a while so I can clean it up.
Yeah, the exhausts have got the world's most stupidly placed seams, haven't they?
Yeah. Are you putting the sponsons on the side? I shall let you.
Yeah.
I shall let you decide if you want to or not.
Yeah, to be honest with you, if it comes with it. Let's have a look at the box art. With the Gatling gun and all that. Yeah, it's got to have the sponsons.
Okay,
mate.
so you have a choice now then. Which weapon do you want?
Yeah, you've got heavy flamer, plasma, multi-melter, or heavy bolter. That was the question I was going to ask you about the other gun. That, you know, the front one under the turret there. Are we going for the bolters or whatever? So let's dig out the instructions and have a look at the options, because gunnage.
They are really small, but if you make the sponson weapons the multi-melters.
Right, yeah.
They are small, but I can show you that cool way of doing the heat staining effect. Even though they're only little tiny things, I can give you the basics of how I do it.
There you go. So that's decided.
But then, what do you fancy putting on the front weapon?
Yeah, what are we going to go for the front then? We got multi-melters on the side. We got heavy bolter, heavy flamer, or plasma cannon.
What would you like to go for?
Do you know, we've got the Gatling gun. I don't know. I'm torn between the heavy flamer and the plasma cannon at the moment.
Flames, cabron. Plasma in the 40-watt range.
I suppose with the flamer we can have a bit of sootage and a bit of
Get
discoloration.
that. We'll get that on the multi-melters, but there's not a lot of stuff to do the soot and stuff on the heavy flamer.
What do you fancy then? Do you fancy a plasma cannon? What's going to work best for you?
If we go for the plasma cannon, I can show you a really simple way to do the glowing plasma coils. That little rib bit on the top. If you fancy, it's up to you.
No, we'll have a plasma cannon as well.
Plasma.
So I go for them and
plasma cannon. I shall mark that with a pen so I can remember that shit.
I'll actually chop that off in a minute. That sounded wrong, didn't it?
Chop it off. So it's going to be a multi-melter for the sponsor weapons.
Yeah, multi-melter for the sponsons and a plasma cannon for the front.
Plasma cannon. Oh, hang on. Is a plasma cannon an option for the front? Hang on.
I don't know. It's pointing to the front.
Oh, hang on. Maybe it's not actually. Maybe it's not.
Look at section 7. That's what I'm looking at the moment.
Yeah, it's got a bolter, las cannon.
Multi-melters are for the side, and it gives you 3 options for the front, doesn't it?
It gives you a multi-melter or a heavy flame. You don't have a plasma cannon for the front. Oh, hang on.
Well, there's a plasma cannon on the sprue, so...
Yeah, I wonder if that will fit. Let's find out. Because that's for the sponsor weapons, but it might fit in the same hole, so let's find out.
It looks like it does on the sprue, but, mate, it can be adjusted to fit,
Well,
mate.
If it fits, it sits. Let's have a look.
Yeah.
Let's find out. Ready? Let's do some science. Science complete.
Yeah, it's going to be a compliance fit, mate.
There you go. Science complete. It fits.
Yeah.
It seems to be not an option, but you're having it.
Yeah. Are we gluing them in to now, or are they paint off the model?
Well,
would they be easier to paint off the kit? I don't know.
If you paint it off the model, you have the option then, if you want, of going up and painting all the other weapons, because then you can swap them out whenever you want.
Yeah.
If you decide to flog it on eBay, you can sell it with all of the weapons painted. Because they just sit in like that, they just slot in, so...
Yeah. Question.
Yeah.
Does a plasma cannon...
Plasma.
Does it get drilled out, or is it left flush?
I drill mine out because the plasma has to come out somewhere.
Okay.
I even drill out my las cannons just because I always like to think the lens is just slightly inside the barrel.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll drill that out. So you've got one plasma cannon, plasma. Yeah, we can bend the rules. But then if you don't glue it in, like I said, then you've got the option later if you want to paint all the other weapons. You can flog it on the eBays. So we're going to have them. Für dem Sponson. Sponson! Front. I'm guessing there's no gameplay option for having a plasma cannon on the front.
I don't know,
on the
mate.
glasses plate, but never mind.
I have no idea, mate. As, me and Warhammer gameplay is very unlikely to happen.
Yeah. I don't know about that. You've got your lad who plays it, and you've got that space for a big table downstairs. So shut up. Right, I shall remove my. I won't cut. No, I've cut that off now already, haven't I? I won't cut the weapons off yet. I've got bits lying around otherwise.
No, I've only got my plasma cannon cut off at the moment.
I don't want too many bits lying around all over the place.
Yeah, you don't have to keep moving your bits, mate.
Move your bits, lads. Come on now. Move the bits. Come on. Bits be moving, thank you. Let's have a look. Spid says, that's because it's a butty. Filling in a bread cake, it's a butty. Chip butty, bacon butty. No. No.
Here we go.
A butty is 2 slices of bread. So a chip butty is 2 slices of bread with chips in. A chip barm is a roll or a barm cake or a bap, or whatever you want to call it, with chips in it. A chip butty is 2 slices of flat bread. Not flat bread, but flat bread.
Yeah. Heavily buttered so that the butter oozes into the chips.
Yeah. You sound like, he says, you sound like 2 old dears meeting for breakfast in a cafe. What do you fancy here? A full of plasma cannon or a bolter?
Yeah.
Fox, Joy Toy, PJ confusion does not compute. In Cyberpunk, a Joy Toy is a man or a woman who acts as basically a sex toy, because they've got an implant, which means they can switch themselves off and be taken over by a program that does whatever you want them to do.
Yeah.
So they can like turn off their brain and they run a program which says, you know, they're whatever they are. So it's like it's a real person, but they can, you know. So that's what a Joy Toy is. So when I got an email saying Joy Toy new Space Marine figures, wait, no. You're a bomb cake, says Spin. They are making some action figures of Deathcore there. That's cool. I like that.
Oh yeah, that's what you mean.
I'd be getting them and then filling in all the joints so they had no.
Got to do wigglage.
Beg your pardon? Doing what you do? Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, mine's glued in place because I'm rubbish.
Yeah, it's not exactly a great fit, is it? So yeah, that'll get glued in.
Well, a lot of people bang magnets on them.
Yeah.
And stuff. But it's up to you if you want to glue it in. I mean, I'll probably, for the sake of ease, what will I do? I don't know. I could glue it to a small base.
What, the Leman Russ?
No, the weapon. Just temporarily super glue it to a 32mm base.
Yeah, I've just got my little
and hold it in that then.
blue tack thing up there, so
yeah. Well, I could CA glue it to a base and then I can use my hand painting handle, but
right. What was
in fact, I might even do that. I might even do that in a bit then.
Oh, you're good.
I glued my little grot from the crow's nest on the stomper to a little 32mm base.
Oh, them stompers, oh, mate, we're like 2 kids with them at the moment,
God, yeah.
aren't we?
Oh yeah.
We are so enjoying that.
I don't even know what noise a stomper makes, but I was making them. Right, this is that bit. So that bit is there. I wonder what we're having for dinner tonight. I think it'll be a get food in because I can't be bothered cooking again, probably.
Yeah, it's one of those.
I suspect. That's what it's going to be.
I haven't heard Mama Fox come past yet. She hasn't gone for a sneaky power nap whilst you're streaming, has she?
I don't know. She might have just been
She's awfully quiet.
Yeah, she's not been up for a wee or anything. I may go and have
We
a look,
often
actually.
hear her about, don't we?
Let me go and have a look and see. Hang on.
Yeah, just out of curiosity, she's up to something. Climbing on the settee, probably. See, we know Mama Fox too well. we know that if she goes quiet, she's up to something. Yeah, bless her heart.
No, she's downstairs. I can hear her iPad at top volume with some shouting American. So
Okay. Yeah, it's just she's unusually quiet, which means, yeah.
Well, she sometimes sneaks to go to the loo because she don't want to get heard on
Yeah.
the telly, and I'm like, just don't worry about it. You know, like she has all these like really annoying shouting American videos that, where it's like some American, some shouty person that sits there watching some video and reacting to it.
Yeah, reaction vids. Yeah.
Well, it's got worse. It's got worse than that now.
Oh dear.
Because she watches all the stuff. She just sits and goes through like YouTube, Facebook. But it's got worse than that because now she seems to have found an endless feed of Dr. Phil videos. It's like, oh God.
Yeah, my mum goes through stages where she watches old YouTubes of Jerry Springer and things like that, and I'll cut this, I'll cut that. Oh, she goes, and I'm like, Mum. She sounds just like Frankie Howard when she goes.
Ooh, now.
Yeah. It's like, yeah. Did you see that? No, Mum. I don't watch that sort of stuff. It's.
I actually watched an Up Pompeii episode the other day.
Oh, did you?
It was really good. I realised I'd never actually sat and watched any of the Up Pompeii episodes.
Yeah. Still relevant, isn't it?
Still hilarious. Frankie Howard is a genius.
He was. He was a genius, mate. Never really, I feel, got the credit he deserved for his comedic prowess.
Yeah, his kind of fourth wall breaking style.
Yeah. You know, it was... Yeah. He was never mainstream, was he?
It's sort of mainstream, but not massively.
Mm.
He was part of the establishment, but not. We're not talking like Morecambe and Wise level. Too rise.
Oh no, that's it. Yeah, it was. He was an acquired taste, wasn't he, Frankie Howard? You know,
Yeah.
you had to be as Spiddy is a connoisseur of coffee. You had to be a connoisseur of comedy, didn't you? With Frankie Howard,
He was very funny. He's one of those comedians that had a big career outside of television anyway. So
yes,
absolutely. Yeah, it was quite good. It was quite lewd and funny. The fact he's talking to the audience.
Yeah, huge following on the student scene, didn't he?
Oh God, yeah. In the 90s, in the 80s and 90s.
Speaking events and that, yeah. Sadly missed.
Nay, nay, and thrice nay, I say.
Again, one of those few comedians that could look at a camera, make a facial expression, and you would just get the giggles because you knew what he was thinking. He didn't have to say it.
There's like little bits where like he's doing his piece to camera, and the soothsayer comes in behind him, going, "Woe is me, woe is the," and like saying, and he just looks at the camera with his exasperated look, and it's like he doesn't have to say anything.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, come on, don't be such a drama queen. You're hamming it up, love.
Yeah.
Don't eat the scenery."
Bless him. Yeah. I
mean, who else can star in it? It's like, oh, let them go. We fall out. There you go. Hang on. Hang on, we shall be back in a moment. La 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 la. Back in the ring. Yeah, the idea
is
of
such a weird little glitch, isn't it?
Yeah, the idea of being in a TV show, but also calling out bad actors or people deliberately, obviously, scripted to be acting badly.
Yeah.
In the show, so you're breaking the fourth wall and like taking the mick out of your fellow actors.
Yeah, don't overdo it, dear. Just read the script. We know your mum's in the audience, but...
You do know I've got the head billing on this, you know.
Yeah. See that dressing room I'm in with 4 stars on?
Let that guide your acting.
Oh, he was absolutely comedy genius, bless him.
Mm-hmm.
Right, let's go for a reposition on that.
Andy McLeish says, when talking about Joy Toy, he says, uh-oh, Paul J. Lewis, it looks like PJLXE.exe has encountered a critical error. Sorbet plonk, says Andy McLeish. I don't know why. Paul Lewis says, 404 error. Frankie was great, I bet he drank coffee, says Spid.
He's such a spoon, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's brilliant.
Frankie Howard was a bit of a naughty boy in real life, says Darren Edmonds.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure he was.
He was.
Paul Lewis says, reboot complete. Where am I? Oh, look, my name's gone green. That can't be good. Ah, Fox emoji. You've become a real boy now. You've turned into a real live boy.
Well, I think they tried to get Frankie Howard to conform, didn't they, to certain ways, and he resisted that, and I'm so glad he did, because it's what made him him, wasn't it?
I don't really know much about him, to be honest.
Yeah, he had a bit of bias, didn't he, towards him because of his sexuality.
Yeah, it was the 1970s, though, wasn't it?
Absolutely, you know. And
dark times.
Lame, to be honest with you. It don't matter what side of the fence someone sits on.
Mm-hmm.
Who cares?
Absolutely.
Are they funny? Yes, they are. You know, it's not as if he was, how can we say this, one of those dodgy celebrities, should we say.
Yeah. But I
You
say
know what?
it was the 1970s, it was a different mentality then.
Yeah.
It was a
shame.
dark and wintry time.
Dark wintry time in the
Now
UK.
is the summer and winter of our discontent.
But yeah, Andy McLeish's a classic of his time. It was. If anyone's never seen it, go and look for Up Pompeii.
Yeah, up Pompeii.
Honestly, you won't be disappointed.
Look-yo. It's high camp and it's very silly, but it's just it's you don't really care about all the other characters and what they're doing in the story. It doesn't really matter. It's just about Frankie how he reacts to not just to the characters but to the actual actors.
Yeah, you've got to watch it pretty much from the first lot because you get to see how the character grows and what it's about, and it's
like, somebody might come in and be all hamming it up and chewing the scene and be like, oh, here she comes. She can't do subtle. She's like this in rep. Takes the scenery with her when she goes home.
yeah. You're overacting, dear. You're overacting.
You have to go to the dentist and get that scenery removed from between your teeth.
Yeah, I know the director, I know the director's looking for next season, but you're all right, you're safe. It's like, bless him. There you go. Suitably moved exhausts side by side.
Oh, you didn't have to, you could have done it your own way.
No, it just they look better as a married pair than they
I'm
do
going to put
as
mine on either side now, anyway.
Do it like. Your tank, your build.
No, I agree. They do look good side by side. That's what I'm going to do mine. It's that Baneblade look.
Well, otherwise they look like a pair of bookends, don't they?
I'm wondering if we should have done an educating Festa with Baneblades. That would have been a bad idea, wouldn't it?
Can always do it as a future thing, can't we?
Well, we've already educated you by that point.
Yeah, I know, but let's see how educating Festa worked by applying these techniques to
the dirty, great, big, expensive kit of happiness.
Yeah. Lets me build another Baneblade, of course.
Well, yeah, there is that. I'll obviously
Sell
have
that
I'll have a lot more Beyblades in my future.
I can sell that one then.
You can sell everything.
Yeah, so it's an option. I don't mind. You know me, mate.
You're an option.
Absolutely, I love being an optional extra. That's what I did there.
Just by the way, a little advisory. If anyone is still interested in it, my Macarius Vanquisher, which is currently on eBay for sale, hasn't yet sold. It is still available for you to purchase and own in your own home.
Yeah.
If you simply go to www.modelmaking.guru or modelmakingguru.com, it's on the for sale page. You can find the links to the eBay store there. If anybody's been looking at it, it's still there, still available. Snap it up before it goes. And I'll tell you what,
bit of that.
I saw several examples of why I don't like selling things as auctions.
Oh right, yeah.
Because I was looking every now and then I'll have a look and see if somebody's like built and poorly painted a Baneblade or just built and not painted a Baneblade, because you can sometimes get cheap.
Yeah.
There's occasionally someone that will sell a fully built Baneblade for like 35 quid and you're like, I'll have that, thanks. But I saw at least 5 or 6 completed auctions for Baneblades where they bought the kit, they built it, not painted it, and it sold for like 60 quid. Yeah. Because they did it as an auction and the final bid was 60 quid, and it's like, you've just lost 35 quid.
Yeah.
If you just put a buy now price on it, then it's the risk of auctions, you see. Don't do auctions. What are you doing?
I am scraping the edges of my pre-done welds to make them look like they've been ground down.
Ooh, is that the kind of thing that when it's all painted and stuff, you can go over with a bit of graphite to make it look like that kind of shiny weld colour?
Yeah. So it looks like they've been over and had a go with a grinder and ground some of the welds down, see? And they've ground some of the welds down, see?
I like
once it's had primer on there.
Yeah.
So
and you can
dry brush the edges and
because what you can do is you can do your chipping on there like a rusty chip coat, and then once all that's done, you can then add some shiny metal, because obviously where it's welded,
so it'll just give it Yeah, it just gives it that sort of, you can see the edges of the weld, but you could also get a little bit of rust in there and pigment and all of that. So
In my brain, for some reason, I'd always imagine like the metal around it will be rusty, but the weld itself will be just shiny.
yeah, the weld will be intact, but the metal around it, you'll get, say for instance, water would pool around the edges of the weld,
Oh yeah.
and then that's where you would start getting like little rusticles forming. So yeah.
You're a rusticle.
So that's all I do. I just run my scraper down the edges of the weld to knock the edges off, so it looks like it's been ground down afterwards.
You love that Citadel scraping tool, don't you?
I do. My first one I broke, didn't I?
Oh. It is such a wonderful tool. If anybody's not got one, it is.
Oh yeah.
It's not cheap, but it is. You'll just find so many uses for it.
Yeah, just don't use it to try and get 3D prints apart, because you will break it.
Yeah. I'm just
Which is
using
what
mine
I
right
did
now
on
to
mine.
get the mould line off my sponson tube.
But no, they are a good little gadget.
They're great if you want to sand away a nub but leave a completely flat surface that doesn't need sanding back. Like if you scrape a nub away with a knife, or get rid of a step, you have to sand it back because it leaves a rough mess.
Well, see, I find even with welds like that, I can get in with the Citadel scraper and just give it a bit of rubbage up and down the sides, and it just knocks the raised edge off the weld.
Give it a bit of rubbage.
And that's what we're after.
I was proceeding along the highway in northern direction, giving it a bit of rubbage, when I witnessed the person doing the thing.
I'll refer to my notes, Your Honour. I approached the defendant, and he was having a bit of rubbage with his implement. There you go.
Wait,
Happy
what?
days.
Colin broke a seam scraper. That is a good question. How do you break a solid steel blade that's like about like about 5 millimeters thick, and it's got a steel handle?
I'll dig my
you're
old
still
one
full screen,
out.
sorry, dude.
Yeah, it's still around. Here it
Did you snap the end off or something?
Yeah, let me. I'm just getting it out of the box.
Get it out.
Right. This is this is a Citadel Scraper Treatment 101. There is a brand new, or a reasonably new Citadel Scraper.
Solid steel, unbendable. You couldn't snap it in half if you tried.
Yeah. Look at the end of the handle. This will be the thing that tells you how not to abuse it. Look at that. It's got all its edges on it. Looks neat and tidy. doesn't it?
Bolted together. Solid steel.
Now here's the one I broke. As you can see, there is a slight difference in tippage. But also,
How did you? Is that like you then snapped off? Or
what may have happened is I 3D printed something, and I was trying to get some of the supports out on the PLA. So I may have stuck this in the channel and then applied a rather large ball pin hammer. Yeah, and of course, as you can imagine, yeah.
okay, well that makes more sense that it was damaged in the course of not standard operations.
Absolutely, it was, as I said at the time, it was me abusing it for purposes that it wasn't intended to be made for.
It's like, Ensign, how did you sink this battleship with the hairdryer? Well, I may not have been using it for its actual design purpose.
It's not a fault of the actual tool, it's a fault of the tool that was using it.
It's taking a tool beyond its acceptable parameters.
Yeah, but lesson was learned.
Yeah.
It was just the thing that fitted the gap perfectly at the time. Rather than using my rather standard old chisel.
You're
I'd
a standard
normally
old
get
chisel.
used for that. Yeah, I thought, I know, I'll just use the Citadel Scraper. What possibly could go wrong?
Possibly could go wrong. Right, I need the top bit for me sponson.
I'm building a sponson.
What's there? But I've sort of half built one. I need to get the top.
Does that mean that me and you are in a similar position on these builds?
Well, no,
still?
because I've not glued me back. I've not sorted my butt out yet. I've not fiddled with my butt.
Yeah, but I'm just mightily impressed that I am still not finished on this. Yeah,
Reasonably lined up with my progress, yeah. And I'm dithering and taking my time, so
absolutely.
I'm very proud of. I'm very proud of
myself.
I'm very proud of you. Good girl. It's not true what they say about you. Now, I'll
Yeah,
warn
it's
you.
all true.
I'll warn you. Sponson is sadness time
Is it?
because you have the trim going around the top and bottom, and it's the trim with rivets, and then the mould line all the way through, and you have to go between each rivet to clean it out.
Oh, it ain't, is it? Oh, what a
Yeah.
dog.
I could be tempted to just sand it all off and put rivets on, but I can't be bothered.
Yeah,
So you have to go in. You have to go in with your knife and just work away the mould line with your pain in the
haven't
bottom
got-
parts,
No, I don't have rivets.
which always comes out looking a bit scrapey and rough, but I can live with it.
I've not got rivets.
You've not got rivets.
No.
Where's Wendy when you need her?
No, I've got no rivets.
Wendy,
Not fair.
where is the Hickson today?
Don't know. Probably making me some rivets.
Yay! If anybody's in contact with Wendy Hickson, ask her where she is, and tell her we need rivets. We will pay her for
and you-
rivets.
Andy McLeish says Colin broke his end. Absolutely. Of course I'll pay her. I'll pay her. Bless her.
Yeah.
I want 'em-
Well, she
want 'em
gifted
for
me these rivets I've
free.
got, but I'll pay her for more because I've got no way to make them myself. So. Hello,
No,
Mama Fox.
I thought myself, I'll just get myself the rivet
Hello,
maker,
Mama
and then I
Fox.
saw how much they are. There she is.
Yeah.
There she is. See, I told you she'd been quiet. I'm
Yeah.
happy now.
Well, she may have been up and I didn't notice her, but it's entirely possible.
Bless her heart. The legend that is Mama Fox.
Yes, we had to start late today because when I went to get her up, she's like, "Oh, what more? What a lion!" Oh, okay.
It's the Jubilee. I want to stay in bed.
It's the Golden Jubilee. Platinum
Bless
Jubilee.
her heart. Andy McLeish says, okay, Colin's broke his end and Fox is fiddling with his butt. What stream is this? Well, this is, not the late night Friday stream.
This
but
is a
yeah,
special time stream.
It's funny when you get messages of people. Oh, can you ask Fox in the morning? Blah 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 blah. Because I think when it's e-models, they all think we live in some little e-models house.
Do they
don't
think we're
where
like kind of
we all-
Morecambe and Wise sharing a bed and stuff?
Yeah,
living in the same house.
It's like, yeah, we kind of don't all live together. It's like, yeah.
This isn't like the Rainbow House, you know what I mean?
It's surprising how many people think that we actually work for e-models.
Well, yeah, there is that. I mean, that's fair enough because we're on an e-model show and they don't know who we
Yeah.
are necessarily. So, because not everybody that watches that is part of our little community.
No.
Now, remember, folks, segue time. if you'd like to become part of our little community, which is a lovely,
This is impressive.
if it is a lovely community, you can by supporting
Whoa.
our channels. If you would like to know how to support our channels and become part of this community, which is awesome. See, I'm good, man. I'm a professional. Then you can become a patron or a channel member. And you can join the patrons and members 24/7 live Zoom hangout and associated Facebook chat.
Oh, man.
You can go to patreon.com/model making guru and become a patron. You can help support the channel, keep it alive, because I do this for a living. This is my job, and what a job. Or if you don't want to do Patreon, you can click the join button underneath any of my videos and become a channel member. Either way, you get loads of bits and bobs. You get, if you're a member, you get access and the emojis and stuff. You get the 24/7 Zoom hangout, Facebook chat, and other things. Patrons get some exclusive content on Patreon. So you can do that if you wish. And you can do the same for Colin. Carry on.
Absolutely. Patreon.com/Festa67's workshop. And you can click the join button underneath any of my content. See, that segue, mate, is totally thrown
See,
me. It was
that's how
brilliantly
you become
done.
part of our wonderful little community.
That's how you become a pimping guru.
Yeah, of course, if you want to, don't forget, of course, if you don't want to do that, you can just like and subscribe.
Absolutely.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah,
I don't know
ring
what that
that
was.
ding-a-ling-a-ling.
Like and subscribe.
Absolutely.
Liking and subscribing. It is always. Oh, hang on, have I got my thing the right way up? Make sure you get your sponsor bit the right way up.
Yeah, I'm going by the angle of the dangle.
I just had a sudden panic and thought I put my tube in the wrong way around. I'm going to be sticking up the wrong way.
No, you're a tube.
Sponsons, I love you. Sponsons, we do. Oh, God.
Paul J. Lewis says 28 watching, only 18 likes. Hit the thumbs ups. Yes, it does help the show and the channel out by clicking a thumbs up, folks, because it makes the video show up in your search rankings and gets recommended to more people.
Means more people get to see it with their eyes of looking. Yes, big thank you to our patrons and channel members and all my subscribers and followers and everybody who is lovely.
Absolutely.
Because
You're
you know what
all
they are?
lovely.
They're all lovely.
They're all lovely, special, and extremely fluffy and cuddly.
They're lovely, 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 lovely people. They are. I still don't know what I'm having for dinner.
Roast beef, mate.
No, that involves me cooking and I can't be asked. If I cook something, it's literally something I can heat up in the oven at the worst. At most. Why was I singing Grandpa We Love You? Now it's stuck in my head now. God damn it.
St Winifred's School Choir.
I know.
Oh
I've just realised I've glued my sponsons together and not put the front panel on.
Do you know?
Fudge.
Do you know? Funny enough, you saying that, right? Now this is people are gonna thumbs down me now and start unsubscribing from me channel. I know it, but during the week I had one night where I was really struggling to sleep because I had this earworm.
Oh yeah.
And do you know what it was?
Grandpa We Love You. Or was it?
No.
I'm only a poor little sparrow.
No, it was 7 Tears by the Goombay Dance Band.
Who? What?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah. Google it. It is the worst record ever. And the guy there has got the gold lame all-in-one onesie on.
Oh, God.
And the world's worst 70s afro. For some reason, that song got in my head. Don't know why. And I had to get back up, mate. I just couldn't hack it anymore.
When I was a very small child, my favourite song in the whole world was Save All Your Kisses for Me.
Brotherhood of Man.
But not for the lyrics, but for the actual the modulation, the tones, the chords. It was a very. If you listen to it without the lyrics, it's quite a sad
very
piece of
melodic,
music.
yeah.
Yeah, it's very.
Yeah.
It's,
Did you do the special dance? You did,
no,
didn't you?
no,
Are you sure?
no. I don't even remember what the dance was that I can see
Are
in my
you
head
sure
right
you
now.
didn't put? Are you sure you didn't put your thumbs in your belt loops?
Well,
and
with
do
the
little
sideways
foot
Morecambe
wobble?
and Wise kick.
Yeah.
No, I never did that.
That means he did, folks.
I did not. But yeah,
Done,
no,
it, done it this morning downstairs, didn't you?
it's one of those rare 1970s things where you have a tune that's a melancholy tune, but a sad. But the subject of the song is happy.
Yeah.
But if you took the words out, you'd think it was a really sad piece of music. You'd be like, oh, it's a really sad tune.
Yeah.
It's like one of them country and western ones where there's a kid in a wheelchair that goes over the side of a cliff and there's another truck that...
Yeah. There's always someone whose dog's been shot or whatever in it, and Billy Bob's ill or whatever. He shot my paw. Yeah.
But yeah, it's a very sad, sombre tune, and yet the lyrics are all kind of cute and fun.
Cute and fluffy.
Yeah. I can't sing it, obviously.
Won the Eurovision, didn't it?
It did, yes.
Yeah.
I can't sing it for obvious reasons, hey, copyright, but...
Yeah. And not only that, his voice sounds like two skinheads kicking an accordion down the side of the gutter.
I can't remember. I don't actually remember the sound of his lyrics, I just remember the tune.
Yeah.
Dave,
Yeah.
I can't sing it.
Bloody Goombay Dance Band. Yeah.
What was the Goombay Dance Band?
Yeah, Darren Edmonds says, damn you, Festa, I just Googled it. Oh, yeah, isn't he the most scariest of people? Could you imagine? Honestly, I thought Freddy Krueger was frightening when I first saw them. This guy's 10 times worse, folks. Yeah. It's that knowing wink to the camera, mate. Have you watched it all the way through, Darren?
I'm sure his mother loves him and he's a very nice boy.
Oh, I don't know, mate. Looking like that, yeah.
For some reason, talking of weird things that stick in your memory for no reason whatsoever,
Yeah.
I've got a strong memory of a programme on Channel 4. And it was a Scottish programme.
Yeah.
And it was like kind of thing where I think it was called Halfway to Paradise. And it was like set in a nightclub, and they had like a band and they had other things.
Yeah.
And I just remember in my head there was like an MC person that said, hello and welcome to Halfway to Paradise.
Yeah.
And at one point, I just remember one episode he went, tonight we have Snooker and the Broondoon Boys. So I assume the Broondoon Boys was a band, but it's like, I don't know why that's stuck in my head. Tonight we have Snooker and the Broondoon Boys.
That's right, Spiddy. Yeah, he said, Billy Connolly, my granny was a cripple in Nashville. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. Billy Connolly's take on country western. Yeah, brilliant.
I'm going to go and grab a sneaky Mama Fox hug.
Darren Edmonds is now probably sitting there humming the Goombay dance band. I know you are, Darren. Come on, tell me. You are, aren't you? Bless you. Yeah. Anyone that sees Darren during the week, if he seems rather tired and miserable, it's because he's lost a night's sleep now because he's got that earworm. It's going to happen. I think everyone watching should Google the Goombay dance band. So much so, I might actually Google it myself and put the link in the chat for you all. Yeah, because I am that cruel. Yeah, don't be like Festa. But yeah, definitely one of those really bad things. He says, type him. Oh God, there it is. Yeah, it is so creepy. There you go. To help my fellow chatlings out.
If you just put a link in to make people's brains explode or something.
Yeah, you go and have yourselves a looky-loo at that, folks. Tell me that ain't one of the funniest or the worst tracks. And it's going to be in everyone's head now because it kept me awake. Yeah, he looks like a spitting image version of Mick Hucknall.
I'll let you send me the link separately later on. I'll never find that in chat. So I've done one sponsoring.
Oh, bless you.
I think I shall glue my sponsors in place because I'm lazy.
Yeah. I can just imagine now my friends list is going to diminish massively, but
it's all right. I'll balance it out. I'll send them a link for Spanish Flea.
Yeah, there you go, mate. You've got the link as well, Fox. It's in your messenger.
Thank you. I shall check that out.
You won't be thanking me, mate. Muse is saying, Cole. Sorry, Muse.
Yeah, but you know what? Anything like that that's really bad can be easily removed by just looking up Tiny Tim's Living in the Moonlight, or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
I can't remember the lyrics now.
Yeah.
Tiny Tim,
Or that other one. Joe Dolce, Shut Up Your Face. Do you remember that one?
What's the matter, you? Hey!
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
I've done one sponsor. I'm going to glue it on now.
Stefan Lars says, home just in time to see something interesting. Yeah, click that YouTube link, Stefan, that I put up earlier, mate. You'll love it. Absolutely love it, mate.
The one time I don't mind people being directed away from my stream is when it's actually torturous.
Yeah, absolutely.
When I know because they'll come back to actually shout at you, so it's quite happy.
Yeah, you think Rick Rollins bad, mate? You ain't seen nothing yet. Yeah. Bless.
Sponsor attached.
Absolutely. I'm sitting here thinking I am missing a bit because I haven't cut it off the sprue yet, pillar.
I don't know, if Games Workshop changed something with their plastic.
Why is that?
Because I'll tell you what, I've noticed, like with this and with the Stomper.
Yeah.
Come back the next day when I've been putting glue on, and like when you make a model, and you leave it for like a year.
Yeah.
And you come back and the glue's kind of gone a little bit yellowy around. The plastic's gone a bit yellowy where the glue is.
Yeah, it's almost like a silvering, isn't it?
Yeah, or it's like it's kind of faded a bit. It seems to be doing that, but like...
Yeah, I noticed that. I thought, have I been a bit heavy-handed with the glue? But no.
But normally when you do that, it's shiny, and then when you spray it. But this is like the plastic looks faded where the glue pool is.
Yeah,
it's
where
like
the glue's gone on. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
like,
almost like it's created like a ready brick haze, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just kind of gone slightly yellowy.
Yeah.
Which is weird because normally that's like when you make a model kit, then you come back 3 years later and it's been in the attic for 3 years, and you're like, oh, I forgot about that. Oh.
Got you, Darren. Darren's typing in the lyrics now. See,
this is why I didn't mind you putting that link in, because I know they're going to come back to have a go at you.
Yeah. But what's going to happen tonight is when he goes to bed and lays his head down, he's going to see that bloke. And now, once you've seen him in that gold lame outfit, you can't unsee it ever again. Mate.
I assume we're not talking gold lame outfit like the guy that does Pineapple Pen. Oh, hello. That's your 2-hour reminder.
Yeah, no worries, mate. I'll stand
I thought
up.
someone was calling me then, but I haven't used that as a ringtone for like 20 years.
But yeah, it's not great.
Just go and listen to Tiny Tim instead. That'll get it out of your brain for you. Or Spanish Flea, if I may
See,
suggest.
this is the beauty of this Sunday stream. We give you the links to all the music that you shouldn't ever watch again.
We give you cultural edification.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the right word. Darren listened to Festa. Darren clicked on the link. Be smart. Don't be like Darren.
Yeah, don't be like Darren.
Goombay Dance, 21k likes. Must be sympathy.
Yeah, it is. It's like, yeah. It was actually a UK #1, folks. That's even worse.
Andy says, PJ, yup, and if you're smart and you click on it, then you're a masochist or something clearly wrong with you.
Absolutely.
And then Stefan says, oh dear, I have a friend who might actually like it though. Yeah, I've got strange friends. We've all got friends like that.
Yeah.
I am that friend.
Well, I can remember the last time it was on one of the vintage music shows. I might have pointed out to Mrs. W that she was tapping her foot along to the tune.
Mrs. Workshop liked it.
And she was like, no, I had a nervous twitch. I went, no, you was foot tapping in tune there, dear. No, I wasn't. I didn't pursue that discussion out of fear, but
This seems like the right thing to do. By the way,
it was
Internet,
duly noted.
I have decided, Internet, although Colin refers to his good lady wife and his better half as Mrs. W, because her surname does indeed start with W, I've decided that that's actually incorrect, and it's because her surname is Workshop.
Yeah, Mrs.
Because it's
Workshop.
Festa 67's Workshop and Mrs. Workshop. I may have Trumps brewing, by the way. I should probably warn you.
Oh, good man.
There may be poppage. There may be poppage ahead.
God, it's something like that one you did Friday. Oh, my God.
The funny thing is, right? The funny thing is, I always do the best Trumps, like, away from the street. And then, whenever I do a really good Trump, the first thing I think is, oh, I wish that had been on stream. It's bad that it's come to that.
Darren now has trust issues with Festa. Yeah.
Darren, show me on the door where the Festa touched you. More rivets to clean up. Ooh.
See, Darren, everyone else in the chat has learnt that when I recommend a link to people, they all go, no, I'm not clicking on that.
Yeah, when
because
someone
they may have been victims in the past.
Yeah, when someone clicks on a link that we put in our own chats, there's no sympathy offered for anybody that does it, because you should all know by now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the...
And Andy McLeish says, yeah, Darren, you've got no one to blame except yourself.
Yeah. Tell you, this is the one thing I don't like about Bane blades.
What's that, mate?
All these bits of trim with the rivets and the mould line. You've got loads of them on the Bane blade.
Yeah.
Pain in the bum. I've still got Save All Your Kisses for Me in my head, actually.
Absolutely. Bless him. Yeah. Anyone else got any more links they would like to put in for Darren? Feel free, folks. Yeah. He's so not going to be talking to me now.
He's not going to be talking to you now forever.
Nah, it's like, yeah.
Is he a patron or a channel member?
Yeah, he's going to unsubscribe.
Yeah,
now.
not anymore.
I can see it coming, mate.
You know, when you sit there and you say, why am I losing all these patrons? But then you're all mocking them and giving them links like that. You do it to yourself.
Absolutely. Yeah, Goombay Dance Band gets in. Quality, mate.
Tonight we have the Brundoon Boys and Snooker. Welcome to Halfway to Paradise. Nobody remembers that series at all. I don't know why Channel 4 had a thing at the time for like lots of Scottish programmes.
No, I don't know why,
I mean, it's good,
mate.
don't get me wrong.
Yeah. It's probably because it was cheaper to buy them.
Yeah, because it was Channel 4 that showed things like Absolutely. Which I used to love, Absolutely. It was absolutely... It was in the days before the Fast Show.
Yeah.
But it was like a Scottish sketch show. I thought it was absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
It had one of the sketches was where the woman played the schoolgirl sitting on the school desk.
Yeah.
Talking about something.
I used to watch Rabsy Nesbitt. I remember that being on.
Yeah, I think it was in Absolutely. No, it wasn't Absolutely. I used to love Rabsy Nesbitt.
Greg Fisher, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The baldy man bloke. Yeah.
Aye, right, Rab. Jamesy.
Yeah. Oh, we Jamesy Quarter.
See me, see the sea. I love the sea, me. Jamesy Cotter. Aye, right. Get down to Govan.
Yeah, we used to do that at the Royal Mail when we had new starters. We'd say, don't forget you need to separate out the CU postcode for Glasgow and the YI for Newcastle. Yeah, no worries. And you would see them going through the... Yeah, it's like, bless them.
God, do push pineapple, shake a tree, says Linda McLeish. You have to remember though, Andy, I have such a collection of library music and weird tunes that I have many anti-earworm tunes. You can't give me an earworm. It's physically impossible to give me an earworm. Because I have a vast memory and library of the most toxic earworms you can imagine. And if you've got an earworm, the best antidote is another earworm because they cancel each other out. Yeah. Spanish flea is particularly potent as an earworm removal tool. But you have to be it's like saying the best way to remove a staple from your finger is to shoot it out with a handgun. You've got to know what you're doing with a handgun. You can't just, otherwise you'll end up giving yourself a second earworm, and that's not good. So you've got to know what you're doing. You've got to be a bit of a mad nutter like me.
Yeah, trust your Uncle Festa.
Yeah, as far as you can spit.
Yeah.
I bring you good link, yes, it's good. Good link, high quality, yeah. Paul Lewis says, can't type eating. Well, that's obviously a lie then.
Absolutely.
Andy McLeish is like, I'll tell you this, boy. Hey, right, Rab. Where's Mary?
Yeah.
I used to love Absolutely. It was brilliant. A lot of people don't remember it.
No, I've got no recollection of it whatsoever, mate.
Used to have this character called Denzel who tried to teach you all about DIY and wood.
Oh, right, yeah.
And he'd be like, he'd had this weird thing like, hello, I'm Denzel.
Oh, right, yeah.
Today I'm going to teach you about wood.
Oh, God.
And he had a matchbox with a wasp in it.
Okay.
He'd say, in this box, it's a wasp. He was not very good at DIY, Denzel.
Ah, right. He was the trigger of the DIY world, was he?
Yeah, he's like, you have to understand wood. And he had like buck teeth and a really gormless look, and he had a wife who looked exactly the same, Mrs. Denzel. It's a lot of rose-tinted memory glasses because we're going back 30 years now.
Yeah.
It might not even be that funny anymore, but they were.
Yeah, Jackie's put in Joe Pasquale. I know a song that will get on your nerves.
Oh, I can't stand Joe Pasquale. Oh.
It's your favourite, isn't he, mate?
I don't know how that man made a career out of just what he did because it was never ever funny.
He made a career out of being squeaky.
I know, and it's like it was in the 1990s when almost anything stuck. He threw it against the wall. God, I can't stand him.
Yeah. How do some of them comedians made a career? I don't know.
I mean, thankfully nobody ever gave him an actual series, thank God. I don't think they did. If they did, I didn't know about it, and it was probably for the right reasons. I don't know about it.
Yeah, I think he had that infamous TV show called The Joe Pasquale Show.
Oh, did he? Oh, God. I don't know. I tried to avoid them at all costs.
I think it was only 6 episodes, mate.
Yeah, that's 6 episodes too many.
Yeah. I don't know what he does nowadays. No idea. I don't even know if he's still going.
Probably is. I don't like doing these things with the rivets because they always come out looking rough and
garbage.
Crappy. Yeah. But I like to just then rust them up and make them look like they're just rusted to heck. To heck, I tell you, to heck. When I go to bed tonight, I will sleep all the better knowing I have learnt a valuable lesson today, says Darren Evans.
Yeah. Remember this, folks. Don't be like Darren.
25 years ago, I received a package from Festa 67's workshop. It's still unopened. I will never open it because I learned that day.
People in the chat will be going, whatever happened to that really nice bloke Darren? Darren underwent a lot of counselling.
Andy says, the wizard's staff and gathering rhubarb, and now out of nowhere I have the hangman's lullaby in my head. I don't even know what that is. And he says, heck, okay, Rocco. I don't know what that means either. Oh, you mean like Rocco's Modern Life? Oh, yeah, I get you. He's doing hef words. Okay, Uncle.
Yeah.
That's where my favourite cartoon dialogue of all time comes from. When Filbert, who's the turtle or tortoise or whatever,
Yeah.
I think Rocco has a car that's not working, and Filbert says, "I'll fix it for you because I'm a mechanic now."
Yeah.
And he's like, "When did you become a mechanic? How did?" And he said, "I went to the adequate school of car repair, and our motto is, if it's worth fixing, it's worth fixing adequately." I don't know why that just stuck with me. Gee, Hiff, do you think he can fix that car?
Oh, Joseph Kelly's on the ball. He says, Wikipedia tells us that the Goombay Dance Band is still a going concern. They recorded something for FIFA in 2020. I hope they will still sport them gold lame pants.
Where are they from?
I think wasn't the bloke from Germany?
Because it sounded like some kind of like African type thing, like African spoofy band, like from wherever.
No, this bloke is Mick Hucknall with a balding afro.
Okay.
Think a Love Child by Mick Hucknall and Art Garfunkel, and you might be going down the right. Yeah.
I'd rather not think about things like that.
But wearing very, very tight gold lame trousers and a wife-beater gold lame shirt.
I assume we're talking 1970s here.
We are 1980s.
Early 80s. 1980s.
Early 80s, yeah. Joseph Kelly says Germany, yeah, there you go.
Germany, this explains it all, basically.
I know full well next time we meet on the Frolic, you'll be going, damn you and your Goombay Dance Band.
How do you explain this band? Germany. Ah, yes.
Yeah, the Goombay Dance Band. Quality music.
See,
None of this namby-pamby Vangelis stuff, mate.
See, for some reason in my head, all I had was that thing where the guys are walking the doing the funeral thing. They're walking the casket and doing the dancing to it. I was like, was that?
Yeah.
I had that in my head for some reason.
No. This is basically all the band members doing this rather bizarre swagger from side to side, almost like a bad cabaret act. You know.
Okay, they're all kind of doing a different thing.
Yeah,
not quite
totally not in sync to the music. But hey,
good lad.
The guy doing the singing really is selling himself. He's proper getting into it, Fox.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's proper heady hole, wild sort of life and all of that. Like he's proper getting that old miming down and dirty, mate.
Here's a question for you.
Yeah.
That bloke that we put forward for the Eurovision, the bloke with the beard, whose name I can't remember.
Yeah, I know. Long-haired, beardy man.
Yeah, I didn't watch him, and I have no interest in the Eurovision, all that rubbish anyway. So, but I keep seeing pictures of him in news articles and stuff. Yeah. And is it me, or does he have like a mouth 3 times too big for his head?
His mouth reminds me of Will Young, the singer. It looks like he's been hit in the face with an axe.
Every time I see him, I'm disturbed by his face. I'm sure he's a very nice guy, but it's like he's got a head that big, and his mouth is like, it's like some kind of. It's like some kind of Japanese manga horror kind of character. It's like I can't look at pictures of him.
I can't help, but when I see him sing, it looks like Zippy out of Rainbow.
Yes, it's just like that's not how the human mouth. I don't know. There's a picture of him on the BBC News, and he was like singing at the Jubilee. It was mouth agape, and it was like a deep sea gulper fish. I'm like, I can't look. It scares me.
I want to hear him go, ha ha ha, bloody hell, bungle. Yippee. Bloody Goombay Dance Band, that's what started it.
You started that then,
I got it in my head though. I can see him doing the dance and giving that little wink to the camera with his little smile and his little glinting afro.
You know what makes it worse now?
Yeah.
If you buy his album now, you actually get one less song, but it still costs the same amount.
I don't need to buy it. I probably already got it in my collection.
I'm trying to torture you with shrinkflation.
Yeah, no, I'm not buying it, mate. I'm Goombay Dance Band in my head, didn't I? You know what I mean?
Goombay Dance Band.
Yeah. No.
Oh, I've got that on and I've not got the numbers yet. Fudge. I made a goof.
Stefan Lars said, remind me who you're talking about. I want to Google his face now. Scroll up in the chat, Stefan, and you'll see that I put a YouTube link in, buddy.
Oh, no, I think he means the British singer with the big mouth.
Oh, right.
Whoever the British guy was for the Eurovision, if you go onto the BBC News website, there's a story about him singing it. You'll just see a picture with a picture of a guy with his mouth agape like a deep sea gulperfish, long blonde hair, beard.
Something grey in it, isn't it?
I have no idea. He's got one of those beards where the moustache bit just goes all the way to the side of his head, and it just looks, everything about it looks wrong.
Yeah, he's a rather well-groomed, long-haired, beardy man.
I'm sure he's a lovely bloke, but his mouth just scares me. It scares the bejesus out of me. I don't know why.
Once you've done that, Stefan, Google Zippy out of Rainbow and put them side by side, and yeah.
It's like, I don't know. It's like you've got the head of a human and the mouth of a basking shark.
Yeah, I kind of expected to see Rod, Jane and Freddie doing a can in the background, to be honest with you.
I'm sure he's a lovely fella, but he just needs to never come near me with that face mouth.
Yeah, if he came over and said, can I have a bite of your hamburger, I'll be going to be nothing left, mate, with them jaws.
I don't understand. I don't understand
He's
it.
got a beak like a pterodactyl, hasn't he? He's got some, yeah.
Everything's just the wrong shape.
There you go, I've got sponsored with a twisty movie bit.
Ooh, I'm gluing my sponsons into a fixed position, I think. I'm far too lazy.
Bad. I haven't gone for attachage yet, though. I kind of...
Well, make sure you wash your hands when you do. Did you do some walking up round, by the way? That was about 10-15 minutes ago. We had a
I haven't stood up yet.
Finish what you're doing.
Jubilee. I don't want to have to stand up.
Finish what you're doing.
It's not fair.
Fingers on lips.
I've stood up now.
There you go. Good girl.
I've stood up, staring down, going, I've been naughty.
Good girl.
I might have let out a little as I stood up.
Little
there.
popularity. Nothing wrong with that.
We got a sponsor. What a shame it covers up that rather nice, sexy door, but there is one behind it. So
Yeah. Well, you don't have to put the sponsors on though. They are optional for some of the variants.
yeah, but I don't do options, do I?
I know. Thing is, I suppose if you make an army, you've made like 45 Leman Russes. By the time you get to your 45th, you're like, yeah, I'm not putting sponsors on this now. I can't be arsed.
No, they end up as greebles, don't they?
And this is the one thing that I hate doing about Baneblades.
Yeah.
Sponsors. Just for this stupid filigree rivety nonsense.
Now you tell me, this is the bloke who said you need to get all the sponsons. Can't have empty sponsons.
Oh no, you do need to have all the sponsors when you build one, but it's the bit that ruins it.
Yeah, it's the bit that you can't wait to weather.
It's the bit that when you're on your fourth one, you're like, oh.
Yeah. Oh, sponsors. Edward Leonard's in, squishy alert.
Hang on, put my glued out. I tried to do Doppler then, but it didn't work. Fingerprint. Oh, god damn it. Fingerprint. That's me.
Yeah, get your fingerprints here.
I'm a storyteller, and a story I shall tell. Nobody remembers that one either.
No, I think they're all still recovering from that link, mate.
You're a bad man.
Absolutely.
I've still got just in my head the image of those guys doing that funeral. I'll tell you what, when I drop off the twig, I want to have that funeral thing where they carry your casket and dance while they're walking along with it. I want that. I need to get rich so that I can afford to bring them over to the UK and say, right, I want you to dance down the street with my coffin, like, you know, I can't remember what they're called. You've seen it there, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean, yeah.
I can't remember what they're called. That's what I need for my funeral.
Yeah, it's a proper sort of New Orleans funeral procession, isn't it? With the old, you mean like the Southern Blues type funeral? You mean?
No, it's an African thing. I think they're in Ghana or somewhere.
Yeah. Oh, right.
They literally like they all just have the casket resting on their shoulders, and they wear these beautiful outfits, and they do this kind of strut to music, and they kind of do back steps and forward steps. It's amazing, and it's just the best thing ever.
My funeral is already bought, paid for, done and sorted. Not got to worry about it.
Cardboard box and the roots of a tree?
Pure cremation, mate. They come, they get you stiff, they go and burn it, and the ashes get sent back 6 weeks later. Done.
Cool. There you go.
No chapel arrest, no funeral, no professional mourners or anything like that. It's like, no. Because most of the people that go to funerals don't give a shit about the person that died. All they want is a free bevy and a
Yeah, true.
a feed. Or they want to score a freebie going, he promised me his entire stash. Yeah.
I mean, I doubt I'll be in a position to be very choosy. I mean, I'll be dead, but I'd like to think that by the time that happens, I'll be financially independent enough that I can pick and choose what I want, and it would have to be something non-religious. I don't know if I go for burial or cremation. I don't know, to be honest, but secular, obviously, because religion's rubbish.
Absolutely.
And it would be, I don't know, if I had a burial, I don't know what I'd have. Everybody have to wear white.
Yeah, I just...
Must wear
white. It was
white.
something I decided upon, because I had to do me will, because obviously the prognosis. So I wanted to get all of that sorted and get everything, you know, but I thought, well, whilst I'm at it, I might as well sort that all out. So it's all done and dusted, mate.
Yeah. But the only thing I know is there's no black clothing allowed of any kind. Has to be white or bright colours, summery colours. And it's got to be kind of stupid, basically. It's got to be kind of childish and silly. Like I want an enormous bouncy castle.
Fox, check your chat.
Oh. Marcus Brood, €9.99 super chat. Great stream as always. Got to run. Take care, Marcus. Thank you very much.
Take care, Marcus.
Big hugs to you, Marcus. You're very, very kind, and I truly appreciate it. Thank you massively. Yeah, mine will just be like, make it dumb. I want a bouncy castle as part of the... I want the actual ceremony to be on a bouncy castle. There you go. I don't want any religious nonsense.
No.
I want a man of any cloth doing anything. All women of any cloth.
My missus is doing the same for hers and all. She's like, I like that idea. And, you know, we're not putting a burden on me sons. They haven't got to worry about any cost. And also, you know, if they want to celebrate anything or whatever, that's up to them. But it's all done and dusted, mate.
See, our local creme is weird because they do, like, you know, religious and secular services. They do whatever you want, basically. But even if you go for a secular service, you still get a minister. It's like, but they just don't do anything. And it's like, I don't want anything like that. I just want...
No.
I don't want anybody
like
that.
You know, it's like anything. You know, you look at the expense and all of that lot, and it's people making money out of people's bereavement. And I thought, no, I've had enough of that.
Yeah.
Well, so it's like everything in my life. I do it my way to suit us. And it'll go down well with the extended family because, you know, most of them are professional bloody mourners. It's not happening, mate.
No.
I'll send them a copy of the Goombay Dance Band. They can go and dance to that.
Why don't you just you could just hire the Goombay Dance Band to come and gig at the do.
Yeah, come back and haunt them with that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Edward, you're a man who likes taking risks. Scroll up, mate, and click the link I put in and tell me you don't really like that band.
Oh Christ, don't do it, Edward. Don't do it. Colin really needs your patronage. Don't do it.
Be like Darren, Edward. Take that risk. Darren will stand by me. He trusts me.
How are you going to come back in the zombie apocalypse if you've been cremated, says Darren?
My spirit will be there, won't it? My haunted spirit. I don't know.
I think
really
I will go for a walk also, says Darren.
Yeah.
Just barbecue me in the garden and tuck in, says Bobbins. Ooh.
Absolutely.
Who gets dibs on the butt? That's the best meat.
What I want to know is how they're going to get all my metal in that little urn.
Very well, thank you.
So, yeah.
I want to be spooged out into space.
Yeah, see, I don't want to be buried because I've always had this fear of being buried alive.
Yeah, but that's when they give you a modern coffin with like a 6 months battery supply and a button and a antenna, so you can have a mobile phone in there. Of course, if you're paralysed, it's a bit useless.
Yeah.
I think you'll be fine. I think they can pretty much gauge today that you've carved it or not.
Absolutely. So yeah, I'm going in the oven, mate. That's it. Done.
But what if you're not... You say you're scared of going in the ground and not being dead. What if you go in the oven and you're not dead?
Well, you can't get out the oven, can you? You're going to be burnt to a crisp in about 30 seconds. if you're buried alive, it's a slow, painful suffocation thing, isn't it? And it's like, yeah, sod that.
But you're forgetting the fact that you've already been through an autopsy and had all your organs taken out, so you'd be dead by then anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
What are we talking about? Where did we get onto this? We don't talk some rubbish stuff, me and you, do we?
Yeah, we went from the Goombay dance band to mortuaries and funerals. Yeah, see, this is what you get on these Warhammer Sunday streams.
It's random nonsense.
Us two idiots talking absolute blabber for a good couple of hours.
You have to just imagine we're sat in the pub just talking rubbish.
Yeah, you don't have to be sat in the pub, mate. We can do that sat here.
Yep. Where are we up to? Edward Leonard says, my wife has a license to run a crematorium. Cool. Edward Eel says, my old man used to say, shove a ham bone up my ass and let the dogs drag me away.
Absolutely, mate. Yeah. My mum's philosophy is bung me in a bin bag and just throw me out with the rubbish. It's like, yeah.
Darren says, the Goombay dance band makes you think of death. I think you've scarred the poor lad.
Yeah, I'm really sorry, Darren, that
He's
I've
not really
traumatised
sorry.
you.
He's not sorry.
I will PM you the name of my counsellor.
He's not sorry at all. Don't even believe that for a minute.
When you go in, though, ignore the fact that he has exactly the same afro and he may be wearing gold lame. It isn't him.
Yep. Mew says, lol FFS. I don't know specifically what, because there's so much in the last hour and a half that you could say that at that I don't know what she's specifically referring to.
Does that mean that Marcy's done a Darren and she's clicked that link because curiosity got the better of her?
It could be. She's now... But you know what that means.
Yeah, that means I'm dead because I've scarred
That means
Marcy for
you're
life.
in trouble.
Yeah.
Big trouble, young lady.
Yeah. That sound of that jet aeroplane with someone abseiling out the back of it, yeah, that's going to be Muse. Full G.I. Jane get up.
You're toast, man, you're toast. Oh, no.
Yeah.
You're off
Chuck
indeed.
Norris has gone into hiding. Where else can you get entertainment like this on a Sunday? You can't, can you?
Nope. Not without paying for a meal and a beer.
Absolutely, mate.
Where else do you get this for free? Unless you pay for it, of course.
Yeah.
I'm cleaning my tubes.
Yeah, he says your canceller's obviously not a good one. No, but it can half sing good. Yeah.
I haven't clicked on it yet.
No, you are gonna send me messages later on with swear words.
No, because the thing is, if I click on that link, it's with the full knowledge of everything that's gone on here today. So if I click on that link, I do it with the full knowledge that it's my own fault. Yeah. So you're safe from that, because there's no way I can say you fleeced me with it. It's like my friend.
You can't undo the bit where he puckers up and he winks at the camera.
Oh dear.
Yeah, you can't unthink that, babe.
It's like my friend.
Is creepy.
My friend Martin, many years ago, sent me a link on Facebook saying, "Hey, have you read this article? It's about pooping in space." And I'm like, I'm not. I was aware of the article, but I hadn't watched the video accompanied it. And I deliberately not watched it. I was like, oh, what? But for years, he kept sending me this link to get me to watch it, but he'd pretend it was something else. And every time he sends me a link, I'm like, dude, I'm not watching a video about pooping in space. And he's like, oh. He'd say, look at this video about like Warhammer, and I'd be like, yeah, dude, it says all about pooping in space in the link. I can't.
Darren Edmonds says, is the link in the boom up yet? It may well happen.
Oh dear Lord.
Yeah, I think I'd actually get removed from the group by Paul Stewart for that one.
I don't know, Paul Stewart might like it. You know what he's like.
Yeah, that's a point. Yeah, it'd be like, oh yeah, I've just got myself an afro just like that one.
Have you sent it to Cy Reynolds?
Okay. No, I'm going to.
Good lad. And the best thing is with Cy Reynolds, because he's on like a really slow broadband, it'll take him hours to download it before he can watch it. I have one exhaust done, I think.
Oh, you ledge.
What are you up to at the minute? Where are you up to? What are you doing? Where are you? Who are you?
I am cutting my second sponsor whilst messaging Cy Reynolds.
Ooh, can't imagine what you're sending Cy Reynolds.
Exactly.
Make sure you say something like, Cy Reynolds, here's some very important information about something relevant to Cy Reynolds.
Oh, bless him. Could I be that cruel?
Yeah, absolutely. Would he do it to you?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, he would.
Let's put that in there.
Wow, something even worse than a Rickroll, says Candygram. You got it, Jeff.
There you go. Again, I think Si will be traumatised forever.
Oh,
if
yeah.
he's currently building IKEA and that gets done, it's going to come out looking like an MFI flat.
Well, like I say,
isn't it?
especially if it's on a 1 meg connection, it'll take him forever to preload it.
Yeah, it's worth downloading Si.
What did you
Right.
what did you write and what did you just
I put nothing that would incriminate me.
No, I mean, did you say, hey, you should look at this thing, it's very important?
No, I've just put the link in. Because curiosity will get the better of Si. Oh, there's a link here. I wonder what that is. If I try to tell a story, he'll go, he's up to something.
Yeah.
I've learnt this with Si.
Yeah.
If you over-describe it, he won't click it. But if you just put a random link up, oh, that's for me, I'll click that.
It's like me, you try and get things over on me, but I don't look half as stupid as I am, you know.
Absolutely, and it's in the boom up now, Darren, as well, mate.
Oh, God.
Yeah. I can imagine that is going to be one of the most hated on posts. That's going to outdo your Uncle Weevy, mate.
Oh, I must do an Uncle Weevy stream at some point.
Yeah.
I'll be able to do Uncle Weevy in 1440p.
Yeah.
High resolution Weevy goodness.
Yeah. Yeah, Darren's so much happier now, knowing that other people are going to be traumatised just as much as he is.
If I can get to 1,000 patrons, I won't do an Uncle Weevy stream. So it's in everybody's interests to get me as many patrons and followers as possible.
Good segue.
Get your family and your friends to support me, and I will not do an Uncle Weevy stream.
Yeah.
You've got half an hour to make it happen. All right, 25 minutes for you. Special rates.
Candygram from Mongo says, wow, something even worse than a Rickroll? Absolutely. See, what I could do is go, Alexa, play Seven Tears by the Goombay Dance Band.
Carl, you know I read that comment out, didn't you?
What's that?
That comment you just read out?
Oh, did you?
I did, yeah.
Oh, sorry, I might have been distracted trying to wind Si up.
Oh, I don't know. Morning, Ted.
This is where people with an Alexa
really hate you.
Yeah. Darren has asked a good question. He says, right, with a pause, I may be falling into another trap here, but what is Uncle Weevy?
Oh. I shall do a live stream of Uncle Weevy just for you, Darren, but you must remember to be there to watch it.
Yeah.
I wonder if I could do
you're in for a treat.
I wouldn't even know how to get Uncle Weevy into this stream.
I think it can be imported as a media source, can't it?
No, I mean, I'd have to do it like a screen share thing, but you have to have it running full screen, and if you do anything, it stops it. So
yeah.
Like when I stream it, I literally have to set him running and then just walk away, because if I touch the mouse, it'll stop.
Right, Darren, I'm going to say this tongue-in-cheek. Trust us. Would we do anything that would traumatise you, mate?
No, but Uncle Weevy would. And that's why we like him. Uncle Weevy is the most intelligent person in the universe. He knows many things, especially about meatballs and spaghetti and soup. But
absolutely.
He also has the best moustache in the world.
Paul J. Lewis is straight in. Darren, he said, what is wrong with you? Darren, why? Why are you doing this to yourself? Yeah.
If you want to see Uncle Weevy in action, on my channel homepage, just do a little search for Weevy, W-E-E-V-Y. I'd streamed him once. Yeah. You'll see.
Yeah, and how did that work out for you, Fox?
It got some views.
Got some comments as well, didn't it?
I may have received some feedback. Oh, me fell out. Hello. Falling out. The spirit of Weevy commands it. Right, let's go back in.
And he's back.
That was
There
Uncle
he is.
Weavy, that was.
Yeah.
He heard that we were mocking him and got angry.
Yeah, Weavies wobble when they don't fall down. See what I did? Yeah.
Yeah, Uncle Weavy, legend in his own lifetime.
Yeah, Muse says laugh out loud feedback. Yeah.
Yeah, the artist that created Uncle Weavy was absolutely made up when I contacted him to say, can I
Yeah.
do a live stream? He's like, he said, you're literally like one of 4 people in the entire world that knows who Uncle Weavy is.
Yeah.
Because he was basically an art project from like the early 2000s.
Yeah.
And he says, absolutely, you can do whatever you want with it, just let me know when you're doing it.
Oh yeah, fan for life, mate, wasn't he? It's just the rest of your YouTube channel wasn't particularly appreciative
Yeah,
of
I may
Uncle
have
Weavy,
destroyed
were
my
they?
entire future income revenue stream from YouTube. But never mind, moving on. Yeah, you can't have everything. I will do more Uncle Weavy, and people will like it because it's the way of things.
I think he done it deliberately so that he could go viral. That's what I reckon you did.
I did it because everybody needs to know the wisdom of Uncle Weavy.
Yeah. Darren Edmonds says Festa just said trust us. The funniest thing I've heard today. Absolutely, mate.
Yes,
Would
there's a,
you buy a used car off of us? Of course you would.
there's a reason that we both adopted the Discworld nickname Cut Me Own Throat Dibbler. Colin cut me own throat dibbler at Festa 67's workshop, and Fox cut me own throat dibbler at Model Making Gurus. Yeah, there's a reason we.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a reason why the rest of the audience didn't go and click that link, is because they kind of know what shenanigans we pull.
Yeah, they're no stupid.
And they've learnt the hard way through years of painful torture with
Yeah,
us two
it's
idiots.
not that they're smart, it's that they've been through it enough times that they just know not to do it anymore.
Yeah,
It's not through any decision making process, it's just familiarity. It's like, oh god, here we go.
yeah.
No.
Just consider it, Darren, as a rite of passage. You are now in our inner circle of our most trusted companions.
That sounds good, doesn't it?
Does, doesn't it? Actually sounded quite plausible, that, Fox.
By companions he means victims.
Yeah. Yeah.
And by trusted he means victims. And by inner circle he means fortress of victims.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dude, I'll tell you what.
Yes.
I've never had so much satisfying filing action with a metal file since I started, other than... Let me start that. I'll start again.
Yeah,
'cause
do you
that
want
was
to
rubbish.
start that again, mate?
I've never found a plastic that reacts so well to a metal file than Games Workshop plastic.
Yeah.
It's so polite and thoughtful. It just...
It's very forgiving.
Like I file that and a little bit of sanding and there's just no mark. It's not like it's got loads of
Yeah.
scratch marks in it.
No.
My medium sandpaper stick does more damage to the plastic
Yeah.
than a metal file. It's just great. It's all...
Darren Edmonds says, sorry, Fester, I'm not sure I want to be near your inner circle.
Yeah, he's getting there, you see. He's learning.
So he's learning now. He's learning.
He's learning.
Yeah, a wise decision you've just made there, Darren.
Yeah.
Bless you. Bless your heart, mate.
What time are we on? Ooh, 7:30. Should finish soon.
I
Go and sort out the food dinner foods. Yes, I went out to give Mum and Fox a secret hug, and she said, "Love to you, Colin."
Oh,
And
bless.
she said hello to everybody in chat.
Oh, bless her.
And I actually went out just to make sure she wasn't trying to secretly go for a snooze. She wasn't.
Yeah. Well, she's been really good today, then.
Yeah, she's been good all week. Oh. Nearly knocked me glue over. Nearly, but not quite.
Nearly.
Second sponson is finished. I had to tidy up the
Oh,
edge because
good.
one of the panels stuck out a bit too far, so I've had to do a bit of fettling to make that fit. That one's doing the same, so I'll do that on that one as well. They don't fit together beautifully, these sponson parts.
No, they're not great, are they? But then that's the beauty of having that welder. I can go round and just...
That's the beauty of Dad!
Do you mean to say you're not going to put a plate with some rivets on there?
Well, it's only a corner.
Yeah, but...
It's not. I should have done this before I glued it on, really, because now I can't get to it. Gosh darn it. I can't really get in there now to clean that up. Fudge.
You're a bit special, aren't you?
I'll have to use my knife of cutting and hope I
Speedy
don't...
Q8 says he's
my
got
thumb
a
off.
shoot. and run the mower over the lawn whilst it's dry. Happy
Take care,
days.
Spid.
Well, there you go, Spid. Thanks for coming in, mate. I was lovely to see you, buddy.
Yep. I'll have an extra cup of tea just for you. Wait.
Yeah.
I made the terrible mistake of not cutting this bit down before I glued the thing on.
Yeah.
That was a bad choice, Fox. But it can be repaired and cleaned, but it's more of a
Absolutely.
faff now. More of a faff now.
Yeah, but it's a fun faff.
Well, yeah, there is that. Look at the faffullarity! The guy who did Uncle Weavy has a fun webpage. He built a geodesic home and all kinds of neat stuff. Yeah. Steve Tiffany, that's his name. I had to remember his name then. He's a lovely fella.
So if you went round his house for an early morning meal, would that be breakfast at Tiffany's?
And it would, in fact, be meatballs and soup.
Yeah.
Spaghetti.
I'll get me coat. I will get my coat.
I'm going to give you 10
sorry for that.
XP for that. I'm going to give you 10 XP because there's cringe, but it's, yeah, you did well. You did well.
Okay. I will gracefully or graciously accept the 10 XP even.
Yeah. When are you going to start doing some game streaming, dude? He said, cornering you instantly without any warning.
Yeah, that was pretty sort of straight in there, wasn't it, mate?
That was
Don't mince your words.
That was kind of so Debbie McGee. What first attracted you to Millionaire Paul Daniels?
Well, I wanted to do some during the week, but it was kind of a bit sweaty and a bit gooey in here, and I may have been distracted video.
You know you can
editing,
get towels
so-
for that.
So hopefully this week, I say that loosely. It's going to be random. I'm not going to schedule it. It's just going to be when I'm here and loaded it up, I'll stream it.
Let me perhaps rephrase that question. When are you going to be streaming some Skyrim, dude?
Oh blimey! When I've put the
Yeah.
mods, when I've put the mods on, mate. I've got some on, but not all of them. yet.
Oh.
I know it will come. It will come. It will happen, mate. It will happen.
Skyrim! Because I want to watch you play Skyrim.
You want to mock me? I know.
I don't want to mock you at all. I want to watch it as you experience the joy of playing Skyrim for the first time, which is something I can never do again.
How well do you think it's going to go for me?
Fine.
You know.
You'll have no idea of any of the concepts, but that's what makes it fun.
It'll probably go down as well as Uncle Weavy did.
It won't go down anywhere near as badly as Uncle Weavy did.
Yeah. Festa wibbling at computer games. Yeah.
I don't think anybody says computer games anymore.
Don't know.
No, that's kind of an
So
old
you
people's
can
thing.
tell what I last played then, yeah.
That's kind of an old people's thing.
Oh, right, okay.
Your computer games on your computer. Just video games. Which is weird because you call them video games, but video's irrelevant. But it's
It's funny, though, I still say to me, Mrs., couldn't tape that for me.
yeah, you do the same thing. It's weird, isn't it? Like I say, video
Yeah.
games, the video part's irrelevant, really. But
Yeah. Alright. We've got a sponsorage ready again. Second sponsor.
yes, I'm
We're
gluing
on
my
the
second sponsor on as we speak. Look at this, I'm doing mine and all.
I'm
It's like-
assembling mine. I'm just scraping all the stuff out. between
Oh
the
right, I'm
rivets.
actually gluing mine on. It's like we're joined at the hip.
Good. I'll cut you waiting for me to catch up again. It's unheard of, isn't it?
Nothing of the sort. I'm actually building at my own pace. It's actually you building at my pace, which is even more endearing. You're unconsciously going at my speed.
I know.
Frustrating,
Scary,
isn't it? I can smell the frustration on you.
No, it's...
You're like, la 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 la.
Yeah, but
I don't know why you make that noise. It seems a bit strange, but
you know me too well, mate.
I know you too well.
Right. There you go. There you go. Happy days. Right.
You're like me. You're the kind of person that when somebody asks you to do something you don't want to do, you'd be like, no, I don't. It's really not a problem. I'm fine. It'd be not a problem at all. It's not a problem for me to do that. And then you just sit there grousing about it.
Yeah, you sit there and you're like... Yeah.
Yeah. But you make sure it's loud enough that the person you're doing it for knows that you
Yeah,
don't
you
want to
do it through gritted teeth, don't you?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'll do that. It's a great idea. Yeah.
Yeah, Barry and fast all your war.
Right, we've got that one to go on there. Like that. Oh, right, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Have you a bit of
Yes.
him? Like so. Captain Twitchy.
Somehow I've managed to find the only 3M blue tape in the world that doesn't want to stick to anything.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's blue automotive tape and it's just got no stick at all.
Yeah, it's about as much use as chits on fish, isn't it?
No, it's really good tape. We used to use it for detailing and stuff all the time. It's just that I've found the one roll that's just like 3M makes some of the best adhesive tapes in the world, but this one's just I've got the
It's a bit low tacky, is it?
Yeah, I've got the one that's probably got a bit moist somehow from somewhere. Right. I've got them gluing. I can't glue my exhaust pipes on yet, so what I shall do is I shall put my tape away.
Oh, good.
I think we'll call it a show. I'll look at the chat while you're doing your last little bit there.
Yeah, I'm just doing my last little bit on the sponson.
Don't rush it.
No.
Oh, hello. Oh shit, I knocked my glue over. Hey!
Yay!
And it was even in the glue holder, but there's a way to avoid my cutting mat being destroyed. If you ever spill your glue on your cutting mat, you don't lose your lines. Don't wipe it. Just put it down
Dab
like
it.
that. Do that. Dab it. Don't ever wipe it because you'll wipe all the lines off your mat. That's about the 4th time I've knocked my glue over, even though I'm using my glue holder. Oh, more glue.
What are you like?
I've been very clumsy the last week or so.
It's because you're old.
I've lost the ability to not knock shit over.
Yeah. It's the fact that when you're looking at something you're about to knock over and you still knock it over, that's the one.
It's like I've developed the habit now at the moment of like making a brew in the kitchen, and as I move my hand over to maybe rinse the cup out, I knock all the glasses off the washing up rack.
Yeah.
Because they stick up and I'm like, oh, now my glue holder's full of glue. Oh, so I'm going to have the window open for a week now just to get rid of all the fumes.
Yeah, he's going to be stoned in about 3 minutes.
Oh yeah. I'll be in space! I'll come back and my glue holder will have stuck to my cutting mat. I'll put it on top of this piece of wood. It's not going to stick to that. Oh, I'll have to empty that bag of rubbish because that's got gluey tissue in it now that's going to smell forever.
Darren Edmonds says that link is on the Boom Up Festa, you're pure evil. Yeah, I know, mate. Someone might have suggested I put it on there, Darren. I wonder who.
I can't imagine who did that. Got to scoot and run. Oh, we've done that one. Oh.
There you go.
Right, so while you're finished up there, Colin, I shall say, don't forget, of course, thank you everyone for watching. If you'd like to support my channel and Colin's channel, you can do. You can become a patron or a channel member. You can go to patreon.com/modelmakingguru and become a patron, or you can click the join button underneath my videos and become a channel member. Either way, you'll be supporting the channel and keeping it alive, because I do this for a living. You can do the same for Colin at patreon.com/Festa67's workshop, or you can join the press the join button under his content as well. Have you glued that sponsors on already?
Yeah.
Wow. Let's have a look at your sponsors. Let's show the people what you've done, because you can't show mine.
Sponsons. Twisty sponsons.
Ooh! I do love the fact that that bit on the front, it looks like where you've put the
Harris.
on the front there. You'll see. I mean, you've got like the bit where the gun goes,
Yeah.
and then you've got the Bjorn Borg sweatband, and then the little bit of the round head sticking up at the top.
Yeah.
It's like a tennis playing tank.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? It's like, yeah.
Yeah. I can't. Mine's all covered in tape. Where is mine? It's there.
Yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much where that's going to sit now till next week. Unfettled, unfiddled with.
We've somehow managed to coordinate again.
I know, it's good, isn't it?
I don't understand how it's working, because I'm not consciously slowing down, and you're not consciously slowing down.
But
or speeding
even better for them to see that, because I'll take myself off full screen, mate.
Oh yeah, there's that. That's that point.
There you go.
I keep forgetting.
Yeah. I know, We're doing really well. Well, I'm doing well because I'm actually at the same stage as you.
It's like I'm not speeding up and you're not slowing down. We just seem to be...
Yeah, I think it's because we're really enjoying these little Leman Russes and the Stomper builds, aren't we? We've kind of...
Have we managed to like put our cycles in sync?
Oh, that's wrong, isn't it? Yeah, we're going to be... Well, we've already started finishing each other's sentences, which is...
Yes.
There's no way back, folks, is it?
Oh.
Oh, you animal.
I had to do at least one. It's not one of my streams if I don't do a parpage at some point.
So you know what's going to happen? We're going to be doing turret and Gatling
That'll be that
guns,
burger I had the other day. Oh.
You're brutal.
I am.
Yeah, that's what we're doing, folks. The Punisher.
So what we're doing, so we're doing the turret.
On there.
I think we're on turret next week, aren't we? Let's have a look. Let me get the instructions that are covered in glue.
Yeah, turret next week with the start of the doogage. Are we gluing the dude? Well, I suppose you've got to, ain't you? Because he's got to go in the turret before you put the bottom on, isn't he?
Yeah, I would recommend it because he goes from underneath because he's got the bit of...
Yeah, he's got a bit of a flange in it.
He's got his interior bits. You don't have to, but it also makes it easier to paint if he's in the turret.
Yeah, no, that's all right, mate. I will go
even
with
if even if you've got the hatch panel behind him, he's still fairly easy. He's not actually a hard figure to paint, so.
Well, the thing is, I can always paint the hatch panel and put that on after I've painted the dude if need be. So
it's quite a fiddly. It tends to. You have to. It's one of those things you glue it in, it goes all the time, and you end up glue everywhere. So you can get. When I glue the panel on, I actually glue it down flat rather than up in the air, so that avoids that problem. But yeah, no glue him in. You can then hold the turret and paint the dude.
Yeah. Oh, got a lens to do as well. Oh, that'd be interesting.
Oh yeah, the searchlight. That's good. That's good painting. That. But yes.
Yeah, so I shall be doing my paint order when we come off.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I shall go and do the dinner, I think. But yes, thank you everyone for watching. I do appreciate you all coming along and spending time with us on the Sunday of the Warhammers. Are we doing a Monday stream tomorrow? Because it's not a bank holiday.
We're on the summer schedule. I don't know because we had last week off. I don't know whether that was. I think we're supposed to.
I think we should really do a stream tomorrow because we had the week off. It just happened to be a bank holiday, I think.
Yeah, I've got no idea. We might be because we're on the summer schedule thing, aren't we?
Yeah.
Well, we might message Ted.
Yeah, because it's theoretically we should be on tomorrow because we had the week off. So we might be doing the E-Models show tomorrow. We don't know yet on E-Models channel. But of course, I'll be back on Friday with Colin for the Friday Frolic on his channel.
Absolutely.
I'll be back on Friday as well for some more Fallout. Yay! If I can squeeze it in. And also Saturday for some Cyberpunk, and then Sunday we'll be back here at the bench. What have you got this week, Colin?
Probably the E-Models stream. Then it'll be Wednesday over on E-Models channel. For the Wednesday at the bench at 5:30. Friday the Frolic with your lordship. And then Sunday at the bench with Dave, and then Warhammer Sunday next time.
Yes. I will try and do some filming of the Imperial Knight this week again. I've also got some part work stuff I need to film now, so we'll see if we can get that done. But as always, my time depends on Mama Fox. So.
Yeah, I'm going to be voiceover in the last part of the Suzuki build for E-Models this week, so hopefully that will be up.
Cool.
And then I can start my next project, which is the bike the lovely Wendy Hickson sent me. So
we do like
filming that.
Excuse me, we do like Wendy Hickson. Apologies for that. We do like Wendy Hickson.
Absolutely.
I need to contact Wendy for more rivets. Yay!
Yay!
Anyway, we shall leave it there because I need to go and feed the Mama Fox. So everyone, thank you very much for coming along. Take care of yourselves. Until next time, I shall say, don't forget, go make something awesome. Go be awesome. And until next time...
Adios, amoebas.
Oh!